interaction for me. I like to like figure it out by myself. Maybe one mentor would be good. A whole group, there's bound to be someone I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be battling. I'm like, no, thank you.
Some guy trying to get you to buy his soil or some other thing.
Something like that, or just a run of the mill know-it-all.
Yeah.
Any adult, any group of just adults together, there's gonna be at least one, if not two, like unbearable guys usually. Like, do you ever do like adult education? There's always one person who's gonna raise their hand, talk for 10 minutes every time. It's just like, bro, shut up, man.
Or when you go to like that DUI course and there's some guy who's like, you know, like he's never going to drink and drive again, dude. First of all, one of God's rules is nobody gets just one DWI. You know?
I know. It's everyone needs to get one. My friend, it was funny, it was a couple years ago, but he had one. I think he was the last one to get one, but his brother had one and his dad had one. And they were all at like family Christmas party with extended family. They're all drinking beer, like, cheers. I'm like, hey, we all have DUIs, guys. And I think his dad was trying to keep his under wraps. He was like, shut the fuck up. You did a DUIs, cheers. And, you know, thought he'd go today.
Dude, there's nothing sadder than a dad getting a DUI on his way home from work and he's been drinking or whatever.
Dude, they get them, man. I know a lot of guys who just quietly, you get them, and you're like, all right, you got me. Dude, they drive dry. Yeah, that's...
Oh, my stepdad got one. My dad would be drunk. He would park his car just like wherever it kind of stopped, like by our gate or whatever. Yeah. So my mom would fucking be out there yelling at this 77-year-old man who's just fucking unconscious in a white fucking LTD that he was not even, at a certain point, dude, he wasn't strong enough to get the door back open once he got in. Oh. So sometimes he'd get in there and he'd get home from work and we didn't know. We'd be inside and we'd fucking leave him out there all night.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Well, dude, that's the thing. They were allowed to drink and drive. Like, drinking and driving was like my dad is almost 70, and like, when they were in high school, cops would pull, you'd be hammered driving a car, and they'd be like, come on, man, get the hell, they'd take your beer and be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You didn't get in trouble for it. So all of a sudden now it's criminalized. Fucking woke bullshit.
That's a good point.
It's pretty bad. It's very dangerous. There we go.
Who's this guy?
That's a Sturminator.
And if he has a church behind him, he means it. Who is he? It's AI? Well, I think if you just go to YouTube, say you put in like Tucson Extreme Exterminator, if you go to some of those places and just look for some, try to make it by city or whatever you have to do to see if you can come up with some.
Yeah, let's get some organic.
Yeah, it'd be nice if by the end we had some.
They have exterminators that really, they keep themselves hidden.
Well, I think, first of all, I wonder if that's a dying game.
I don't think so, man. Because it's like,
is it running the family? Because a lot of times you'd be like, you know, my dad was a fireman, I'm a fireman.
Yeah, true. Especially if you like do it for yourself. That's what a lot of them. It's just like it's a business you can get into. It's like cleaning. You can start a cleaning company pretty easily. It's very low overhead.
A lot of strippers do it.
Yeah, it's actually a great move.
And it's their gate. It's like a re-entry program into. I've hung out with a lot of strippers, and me even made out in their cars sometimes.
That's awesome.
And you'll have like a mop handle coming across your shoulder and shit. You know?
That's when you know they're on the ascension.
Oh yeah.
You see that, and you go, this is actually a good sign.
This lady's got her act together.
You hop in, there's a 9-month-old in the car seat. You're like, bad sign. This lady needs a mop.
He's sleeping on a pack of Swiffer replacement covers.
I tried my hand at stripper dating. It wasn't, I'm not nothing against them. I just wasn't cut out for it. It was a little too rough and tumble for me.
You have to be a boss. You have to also work late hours. To be a stripper's boyfriend, you are working. They're working late hours. You have to be up when they get home. Dude, my sister had a friend that was a stripper, right?
Yes.
And she would come over to our house and shit. And her and my sister were always fighting and stuff. And then she stole our vacuum one time, right?
Trying to break into the industry.
Valissa, that was her name. Valissa, which isn't even a name.
Valissa.
Like, what name is it? Valissa?
That is a crazy name.
It's crazy, dude. And so anyway, she stole our vacuum. Dude, 2 years later, I'm at like one of these real fancy parties where they have a woman pop out of the cake or whatever, like, you know, the thing you kind of see on TV, like they actually had a girl pop out of the cake. They had 2 cakes and 2 girls pop out of them, and like it was a big birthday for this guy, and and they were strippers, right? And one of them was the woman.
Whoa.
It was Marissa, who had stolen our vacuum, dude. And so guys are tipping her and shit, and I'm just fucking like,
Waiting.
I'm just in the back, just like, just making vacuum sounds and shit, and fucking locking on her.
That's fucked up to take someone's vacuum too. That could really throw a household under quick.
And me and my sister were on our last limb as neighbors, dude. And we lived under this family that was like very heavy bone.
Yeah.
I
They're
mean,
stomping.
Yes, and they were beating each other. I think there was domestic abuse. And I would call the police all the time on them. I called the police. I've always called the police since I was a child.
Yeah.
I would call the police all the time. And I'd be like, he has a gun. That's what I would say every time.
That's a good bit right there.
They're right there.
Yeah, true.
If you're like, hey, he's beating this woman, one of his kids, he fucking tied his kid to a tree outside or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just put a bunch of crow food on his kid's shoulders and tied him to a tree outside. Never.
They don't get. Yeah, they're not gonna shoot. Gun is that's the code. That's the fast pass.
Because they
Please.
want the action, dude.
They do. They love it. And well, they get like cred. If a cop takes a gun off the street, that's something they get like accolades for. Bringing a guy who like just socked his wife in the stomach, nobody, your sergeant doesn't like pat you on the back. If you get a gun, that's like a cop, like Pac-Man pellet. That like takes you further in the game.
Yeah.
That's like literally a message for cops. How many guns you get and all that stuff?
Were you almost on the force ever?
No, my wife was on the cop, so I got to like observe secondhand. I thought so hard about being a cop, but I wasn't able to do it.
That's right.
So
Your
weed.
wife was a cop, huh?
Yeah, I was selling weed.
You guys met.
We met before, yeah, we met before that, but
But she was a cop when you met her?
no, she wasn't a cop. She just surprised me one day. I was like, I think I'm gonna become a police officer, and I was like, she went
She's
to
a cop
school.
now?
No, she did it for like
Was
5
she
years.
ever a cop?
She was for 5 years in Philadelphia.
Okay. Fuck,
And,
that's being a cop, dude.
I would say pretty hardcore white trash, and then it was like black gangs. You know, it's a brutal. It's not a good mix. But so yeah, and then cops gotta watch like videos too of like all the bad stuff that happened. You get an email of like a 14-year-old got shot up in a deli last night. It's just live. It's like the video. Yeah, it's like why do they make them watch that stuff?
Dude, well, Twitter makes us all watch all that.
Yeah, true.
It's like, dude, I'm not a cop. That's what I'm gonna start fucking replying to some of these Twitter feeds. I
Send this to your phone.
wake up in the middle of the night for some reason, turn on my phone. Next thing I'm seeing 7 people get massacred outside of some like, outside of like a car dealership in Tijuana or something. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What portal of hell did I just take myself to?
Dude, X is crazy now. I remember like, I remember when it was Twitter, it was like there's too much censorship, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like. Let me see the real shit. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, let's censor this heavily. I can't even go on X anymore. I get all like race baiting, kind of like race war propaganda, where it's like, can you believe it's just nonstop.
Huh.
You watch it. And you're like,
You get the race war propaganda?
yeah, dude, I get like lots of like, I get a lot of like white supremacy stuff. Yeah, I swear to God, I don't like or
They
share
want
any
you
of it.
back. They know you have a black wife.
They want me,
you
man.
back.
They want me, man. They're trying to break me out of that. But it's just like, yeah, it's rough. I'll be like watching, trying to scroll next to my wife, and it'll be like a guy screams the N-word. I'm like, ooh, what was that? I'm like, oh, some fucking video. I'm going back to Instagram. It's just a guy screaming the N-word again. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my X feed's just completely bonkers.
Dude, Elon should do better than that. He should want better than that for society, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know? I think there's a lot of smut. It's just trash.
Yeah.
It feels like trash, honestly.
Yeah.
I think there was a spot where it felt like. I guess there's still some video stuff on there. But I do feel like outside of that, it's losing. I feel like it's kind of starting to lose its vibe.
I think so. Then when you read the news, it's like this now valued at $90 trillion. Like why is this worth so much money? I don't know. Maybe if you do flood it with porn and like violence, it does make $1 billion. And good business wise, it might be crushing.
Yeah.
I just can't watch it.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to bed. I'm trying to drown myself to sleep.
I'm trying to have a decent life. Fucking killing animals in the backyard.
Yeah. Only when necessary.
Yeah.
What is funny too, like, yeah, you're like trying trying to like, I want to live in a safe neighborhood. Then you're just watching just people being shot in the face, and you're like, why am I doing this in my safe house? This is crazy.
Dude, we're at a point, for sure, one of the biggest things I'm noticing, or for myself that I noticed, we're at a point, what the fuck am I talking about? That's insane.
We might be at a point. Let's see.
Where, like, I have to control what comes into me, man.
Yeah, man, or it's tough. Case by case is tough because it's like, well, how do you, like in court, obviously, like the moral thing, yeah, but like the lawyer, like Facebook's lawyers will just shred that. They're like, oh, he was watching that and this and that. They'll get out of that. But I agree. It's like, I think, didn't they just rule against Facebook now? Being like,
yeah, what was that?
I think a thing came against them being like, yo, you guys, kind of like they did with cigarettes, where they're like, yeah, dude, this shit's bad. You knew it was bad. You gave it to people. Now you got a fork.
Here you go right here. A jury has ordered Meta and Google to pay $3 million to a 20-year-old woman who alleged that she became addicted to Instagram and YouTube as a child. Fucking damn.
Shit, all right, everyone else get on that train.
Jurors found the company's liable for product design features that harmed her mental health. The plaintiff, Kaylee G.M., testified that the apps replaced her hobbies and contributed to anxiety, depression, and body dysmorphia. Yeah.
Bro, that they have about 2 billion lawsuits coming about the same. Like, that's...
It says it right here. The case is the first of thousands targeting big tech over addiction to reach trial, a bellwether to assess how other claims could be resolved.
Well, this is apparently, from what I heard like long ago, is a lot of these social media companies had people who design slot machines consult with them to like how to make their basically interface as addictive as possible. You know when you like pull down and refresh and like your phone kind of like shakes a little bit, there's that little noise? That's like slot machine technology somehow. Like it's designed to like, you get a little dopamine burst when it goes like, oh, and you're like, yeah, new stuff. And it's like, apparently it's set up like that, where it's like, it's purposely designed to be maximally addictive. And they did that on purpose.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like, it's like cigarettes. They're like, this is bad for you. You know, now they're gonna have to pay out. They already have billions and billions of dollars. They're gonna have to just fork some of the billions.
Yeah. It's worth it to them.
Yeah.
To continue to do it. But dude, remember the old school dopamine burst? You'd see a bald eagle fly by.
That was the dopamine burst. Yeah, I remember those days.
Or even if it wasn't and somebody just said it was.
True. Yeah,
you couldn't fucking see when you're a kid. You're staring up into the sky and fucking pointing.
Dude, I do remember being younger before the internet and just like it's like summer and I would just be like sitting outside and just like I would just be able to kind of like stare off for a while and just like be like, this is nice. And it's like I can't even like take a shit now. If I don't have my phone, I'm like I need to be scrolling.
Yeah, when was the last time that we daydreamed? You know?
I know. It's tough. You really do. I have to like on a plane I can try to like force myself, but then the whole time I'm like I can't believe I'm not on my phone. I'm so cool right now. I don't even daydream. I just like pat myself on the back. I'm not looking at my phone.
Yeah.
And then I go, you know what? I'm looking at my phone. Everyone's looking at their phone.
Dude, or if you go to a it used to be, this is the craziest thing. To think that someone could be in a restaurant by themselves. Mm-hmm. Like 40 years ago, you could do that. You could be in a restaurant by yourself, sitting at a table, and you wouldn't look insane.
That's true.
Now, without a phone, now, if you see someone in a restaurant by themselves, just sitting there, waiting for some people who are probably doing coke to bring them their food, dude, there's fucking no.
Dude, I do this when I go out. When I'm in a different city, I'll go out to dinner by myself, and I'll pride myself, and I'll sit there and just like waiting for some congratulations. It never comes. I just stare straight. Like you literally don't know what to do with yourself because it is that problem. You're like, I can't stare straight ahead. I'll try to look like kind of almost like I'm dreamily like,
yeah.
And it's just nothing there.
Or I'll rearrange the silverware again, do that shit. Play the shell game with like fork, knife, napkin, fork, knife, napkin.
Go to the bathroom really slow.
Oh, look at that. Chick-fil-A is offering free ice cream to families who agree to put their phones away during their meal.
Bro.
As part of an effort to encourage more face-to-face time and less screen use at the table. What are the exact rules with that?
Who's enforcing? And dude, imagine if you cost your family the Chick-fil-A family meal just from one glance. That's tough. I usually get in serious trouble.
Glance down at your phone just to see the Bears didn't get it done again. You fucking lost.
Just a retarded guy blows a whistle at you.
Yeah. They should have a dude Chuck Filet is his name. It's just a black dude in there. He's a straight chicken cop in there.
That would be a good job. He'd be like, boom, got you.
Yeah.
Fork, $38. Let's go.
Yeah, Chuck Filet.
Chuck.
Strikes again.
Yeah, that's
Georgia operator has been.
I know.
Dude, your mind had so much time to like. I think that's one reason we're more creative because our mind was able to just fucking create. It was able to like the RAM wasn't always. You know, your computer sends you that thing. It's like your RAM is almost done.
Yep.
You don't even know what your RAM is. But you're like, fuck, I better empty the RAM track.
Clean this out. I need to defragment. I still don't know what that is. Yeah, no, dude, it's like, you know, because you have sleep, your brain gets to rest, but that like downtime, your brain does do stuff. Like it like kind of organizes things when you just kind of chill out. Because when you're on your phone, you know when you read something on your phone, you're like, you don't remember any of it. Because as you're reading, when you're on your phone, every button and thing you're moving is like, it's a problem-solving part of your brain. So like you're trying to like, you know, you want your memory to be active, so you're like, you know, reading, like information's coming. You have so much coming at you, like the part of your memory that can store information along the short term is like a tiny little bucket in your brain. So it only fits so much when you're like hitting buttons and going up and down, this and that. It just it's like splashing a ton of water in a tiny bucket. Just everything spills out. So I never remember anything. I research stuff on my phone all the time. And then I go like, that'll be like how many carbs do you need to be in keto? I'll read a whole article on it, and like a day later, I'll be like going to tell someone about it, and I'm like, I don't know. You need like only a little. You know, I can never retain anything.
Well, dude,
no
if
carbs.
somebody wants to tell me something these days, I'm like, dude,
It's like
I
maybe
can look at information, and we all have it now. Like
I know.
somebody used to have the information. Like you had to go down the street.
Yeah.
You had to get molested by a guy.
Yeah, that was the price you paid.
Just to figure out how to like, you know, grow bougainvilleas in your backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's true. Now I can just take a picture of the plant. It's like, dude, this good. When can I harvest this? Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's actually I do kind of like that, but you just Grok and be like, yeah, when can I pull this garlic? But it's not surefire. It'll just
And
give
Grok's
you
like, have you eaten pussy today? And it just shows you some fucking hooker.
Yo, check this out.
That's not the same thing.
Granger knows that as an HVAC technician, the heat is on you every day. Your first call.
As America helps us hold any over to
I personally,
point your toes west.
I personally am not worried about AI. Like people like it's going to end the world. It's like I don't worry. I don't think it is honestly. And if it.
No,
The thing
it's
is, like,
not.
if it does, what are you really gonna do?
Right.
A lot of these people are doing this, like, I'm just not using it because it's like, I just feel like it's such a weird. It's like it's a computer. Like it's not. You can destroy a computer easily. You keep saying, well, but it'll like self-build itself, so you can. It's like, dude, it's just nerds freaking out. It's not. I don't think it's a real threat whatsoever.
You know, I started to think it definitely could be like the Y2K thing. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah. I remember that.
Everybody was like forcing their like cousins to admit they were fat or whatever because God wasn't gonna want them after midnight or anything, like all that shit, you know? Or it was like, don't say you're a fat before midnight. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, because,
And then, yeah.
or God won't let you in or whatever. There was like all that kind of those email chains or send this to 10 people that are
Yep.
fat. You get those type of email chains like what is this shit? Because they were trying to catch that, whatever. I think Bush Sr. was doing that. But anyway, that was crazy, bro. And we thought Y2K was going to end it. And then people thought the .com boom. People bought like, remember a guy bought like shoes.com and then he sold it for like $270 million. And we were all buying different .coms. You know,
Yeah.
people were making up crazy .com names.
I tried to get a couple.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't get anything good, honestly. I don't remember. think I sold them off right away, or they're probably just dead. They expire too if you don't keep refreshing them. But yeah, I didn't find anything good. I watched the Soft White Underbelly. This has been cracking me up for like a month. There was a guy who, similar to that lawsuit, he was going on being. Catching gay.com. I would have fried. Dude.
Oh, that would have been crazy, huh?
The guy,
you going up to your room? You gonna get on
gay.com. That's $1 billion hashtag, or not hashtag, hyperlink, whatever people call
Domain.
it. Gay.com, so good.
That's still worth money.
For sure.
Gay.com, just send it to your buddy.
Dude, hilarious. You can change the hyperlink. There's a way you can do that. Oh, man.
Dude, buffhomos.com was one of my favorite ones. Ari Manis is a comedian, and he started a website called buffhomos.com.
Did he really?
Yeah, see if it's still active or not. I bet he pays.
Buffhomos.com is great. What's he doing with it?
He didn't want to. Oh, it just goes. Just goes to his website. Which I think he should change that, but maybe not actually.
All you'd have to do is, if you put like one good buff gay guy.
Well, he was doing it, and his fucking management told him not to do it.
They couldn't curate buff homos?
Yeah, they're like, it's just kind of like, that's what
funny.
of a fucking manager.
Yeah, that's $1 billion idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If you're not a fucking pussy.
So his managers had to sit him down and be like, about buffhomos.com.
Yeah.
but then they told him to make that his landing page, basically.
Yeah. A non-buff homo on there. And I love Ari. Ari's opened for me a bunch over the years.
He's a great man.
He's a great comedian, and he's a great dude.
Clearly business genius, too. Buffhomos.com is so good.
Bro, and he would send me the pictures of buff homos and stuff. It was like he would get his friends that owed him favors. He would give them stage time if they modeled for it. So that was the best part. So you had like guys like Steve Fury, just different comedians who were like kind of door guys at the store, but were also growing good comedians, like Craig Connett, and he would have them just modeling fucking like just regular dudes. And when you put them under the banner of Buff Homos, it's crazy. You put a banner over something, you see a picture of a regular dude with his shirt off, you're like, okay, maybe that guy's trying to get in the military or whatever, and then you write Buff Homos above it, you're like, oh, this changes everything.
I mean, okay, so his manager's probably worried about the fallout of being like, is it true that you tricked young comics into stage time for modeling for buffhomos.com?
First of all, I think some of them knew what was going on.
True, for sure.
They're all buddies. But,
but that's a good lose a bet kind of thing. Like you lose the bet. I was voting for buffhomos of the week.
I had a website called TotalCreeper.com for a while.
Did you really?
Yeah, this was a long time ago, and I would just find total fucking creepers and just take pictures of them and put them on that bitch, dude.
I did those early websites on the internet. There was mullet.com. That was great.
Yeah.
Mullet.com was good. Dude, there was cameltoe.org. People just snap camel toe shots in like
No
the grocery
way.
store. That one was that one was that's a little bit of an invasion of privacy, obviously, but I remember as a young man being pumped on camel.
Yeah, what was a good one? There was like that, is there a way to look at total? Is there a way to find that in the like analogs of anything, guys?
Yeah, Web Archive might have it. No.
Nah, this wasn't my shit. That's
Tumblr. That's a UK feed.
That's Tumblr. Do you remember Tumblr? That shit was weird.
Tumblr was crazy. I never got into it personally, but I knew a girl who like her big thing was curating a Tumblr of just like pornographic content. It was just like a sex Tumblr. It was crazy.
Oh, dude, there was like one like girls in panties getting out of cars or whatever. Fuck, dude, something about it, dude. But in panties, not like thong, not trashy, fucking, you know.
No, dude, we're rare that we can still. We're JPEG heads. We're one of the last to have beat into it like a still image.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people can say that.
yeah,
Dude, like, I remember the fucking like. I used to come home from church on Sundays and grab the newspaper. Pop out the Kohl's catalog, straight to the underwear section, lock the door in the bathroom.
God,
45 minutes fresh.
dude, I used to rub some of it, like I would rub like a thing. I'm gonna say that because I'll never have a this, but I would rub like a picture of like if they had a model, like a underwear model, I'd rub it under my arms because sometimes it would kind of smell like pussy a little bit.
Jerk off. We'd stank it up.
Yeah. I just kind of stank it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my mom got it. My mom, that's like actually really good. I don't
You
think
think
my
it's a
mom
good idea?
to stank it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even thought about that.
Thanks, man. I
kinda
felt
like
ashamed of it.
The stank. I think that's actually pretty cool. Now, the problem is you're crossing wires. Is you're gonna catch like you're gonna be out working out one day, catch some of your own funk, and be like, God damn.
I better turn you there.
Start fucking eating out your armpit.
Oh, that's insane,
Sorry,
dude.
that's the line.
No worries, I had a buddy that did that we catch him doing it at night.
No.
At sleepovers.
Really?
He had like hair under his arm, and he would kind of get his tongue around the corner of his pectoral
Ah, that's fucking weird.
and get him a little nibble.
Just fucking,
Get
that's
you a little nibble, Danny.
pretty impressive.
You nibbling your arm, pussy? Huh, Ricky? Okay, this was yeah. Are there any still on here?
Oh, Creeper's sick.
But yeah, people were sending this shit in. This was good shit.
Sending the creepers in is awesome.
My great aunt died, and there were 2 zombie jokers showed up to the burial and said they were friends of hers, but no one knew these 2. What you think?
That's creepers. That's a really good one.
It was good, dude.
Damn,
What did that say?
2011. Plant Man.
This guy and I were at the same full-service car wash. He was yelling into his phone about a mortgage. What do you think? Yeah, I miss the imagination.
Yeah.
I miss like seeing a girl smile at you like on a Friday at school, or give you some sign of like maybe she even just like asked you to go throw some trash away for her.
That would have been awesome. I would have loved to do that.
Totally. And then you're thinking all week, and you're like, "Fuck, she's thinking about me."
Yep.
I'm gonna start working out. You start making we would like chisel like weights out of like wood and shit. You know, like,
Get pumped.
yeah. And we didn't know that it had to weigh a real amount. We were like, oh, it just has to look like weights. And just dumb shit. But then Monday, you'd be like, oh, she fucking hates me again. But there was just that couple day period where there was no phone to see that she was having a
I genuinely, I know people say this all the time.
I thought he got it.
You know, looks maxing is like your only hope in life is to become as attractive as possible. But now they're doing these things where like they're injecting a bunch of peptides. These are like young, like early 20s. Go on TRT, you're hitting the peptides, and the thing that gets like sensationalized is like you kind of tap your jawbone with a hammer. It's called like bone hammering or whatever. So you like kind of do micro fractures. Dude, it's crazy. And I watched an interview. He said like, oh man, like that's really nothing. But that's all like what bone smashing.
is a dangerous non-scientific social media trend, primarily popular on TikTok and within looks maxing subcultures that involves intentionally inflicting blunt force trauma on facial bones to alter their structure. Proponents falsely claim that repeatedly breaking or bruising bones with hammers, bottles, or hard objects will cause them to heal in a more chiseled or masculine shape. If that's the case, everybody in Stockton would be fucking beautiful.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Everyone's been fucking hit in the face.
Everybody's been fucking hit by bottles and shit.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's like, a lot of it's just internet stuff, but there is the underlying philosophy where it's like, the die has been cast for you, and if you're not, like, super attractive or, like, it's like guys are kind of becoming girls now, where it's like, I just gotta be prettier, and it's like it's called the bone structure hierarchy, where, like, the way your bone structure is, that kind of determines your whole fate as a person. And if you don't ascend, you'll become this, like, it's just, like, sad and very bleak and, like, this, like, I don't know, this, like, really nihilistic thing where it's just like, dude, you can just be a dude. You don't have to be like, I need to ascend so I can mog and blah, blah, blah. I feel bad. I mean, I think a lot of kids at least joke about it. But I was watching an interview and I'm like, man, this is, like, a really sad way to live. Just being like, my suborbital is not maximal. And it's like, dude, you're a guy. Who cares? Just...
And what is mogging? That's the part.
Mogging?
Yeah.
Mogging is like, so you can be height mogged, you can be frame mogged. If you're like someone's bigger than you, if they take a picture with you and they're looking bigger, you've been mogged.
Okay.
If they're taller than you, you've been height mogged. You know, there's like you can go any dimension of like whatever you have.
So somebody could be cock mogging you. Somebody could be.
That's the worst mog. If you get cock mogged, dude, that's fucking tough.
Yeah, 'cause-
I'd be hitting mine with a hammer.
Look at the fucking jawbones on this little cock. You're like, damn, that thing's small. You're like, yeah, but look at that fucking smile on it.
Which is brutal, because I know girls do that. They take pictures together, and there's a lot of like very hyper specific comparison where they're like, look at my knees and her. It's like this is now like younger guys, I think, are starting to do that to some degree, becoming very aware and conscious of like, he's taller than me in that photo. It's like, you're fine. I don't know. That kind of freaks me out. We can't have both people doing
Right.
that. There's not a. He got frame mogged. That was the thing. He took a picture. That's clavicular, and
Okay.
he got frame mogged because the guy stood next to him was bigger, and it was just. That's like now you descend. You were ascending, and now he descended a little bit.
Damn.
It's
And this clavicular, I mean, that guy also looks like a fucking GNC store.
so the other guys. So that's the ASU frat guy. The guy in the black is clavicular.
Yes.
Yeah. So that guy. Yeah. That's just. It looks unnatural. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, dude. Well, first of all, the guy on the right looks fucking insane, dude. He honestly looks like a fucking good, like kind of a trill lesbian. No cap, bro. No cap, dog. BLM. Dog, you know what I'm saying? You're wearing a fucking like bra shirt or whatever. What are you fucking doing? And also, you know who started all that was Largemelo Ball, dude. Was fucking whatever. That dude wearing that bra or whatever. Remember he was shooting that fucking fadeaway or whatever?
No. Was he wearing a bra?
Yeah, him and SGA were like just gooning around after.
Oh, I
Remember
think
that shit?
I think I. Well, this is
What was that?
I don't know. That
When,
was,
when I was growing up, mixed dudes wasn't fucking. Mixed dudes had enough.
that's what you're talking about. What the fuck is that about?
No, that's not it. That's crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
that's wild.
You don't. When do you need just that much of a shirt?
Yes, take it. You don't need it at all.
Yeah, like you hit a growth spurt or whatever, dude.
Well, dude, the sad thing about like,
Growth spurt or whatever, dude.
oh, dude, the sad thing about like you see that guy? That's like a very bizarre frame. With all like the peptides and like filters and all this stuff, that's what's garnering all the attention. Like especially for women, like your lips have to look all. People are becoming literally artificial beings, and it's like, dude, it sounds like a really complicated thing. It's just I think about this all the time. There's this thing called supernormal stimuli, which is like, say, you know, it's not as like crazy as it sounds. So like, say they did these studies where they had these butterflies, and like the male butterflies, they saw a female that was a shade of purple. The more purple the butterfly was, that was the more attractive they were. The butterflies would go mate with those butterflies. The scientists made a shade of purple that wasn't able to be produced by the natural butterflies. That was like such a deep purple. The butterflies would just lay on this piece of cloth and just die. And I feel like that is happening to people in some regard, where people are like, women are making themselves into these like artificial things, and now guys are matching, and it's just, I don't know, it freaks me out. It's like they're chasing an aesthetic that's not natural and it's not attainable, and they're using all these like scientific methods.
A lot of women. If women have those lip injections, dude, I'm out.
Yep.
If women put on too much lip, like if it's a little bit, I can get right. But if it's just fucking dumb, dude, like your lips look like they've been like they've been eaten or whatever.
Yeah, dude. No, that, and there's also a fine line of plastic surgery where it almost all ends in the same exact look. There's like a fully constructed face that you're like, oh, it's just like plastic surgery face. I just feel bad because you know you're obviously insecure. Everybody is, and then you do all this work and you're like, I just feel bad because I've seen this
Yeah.
for sure. That one is.
And look what he's wearing.
That's a rough look.
He's wearing a fucking jersey bra. He's wearing a jersey bra. Look at this.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, what is going on?
I don't know. I don't know. Having a good time.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
No, but that's, yeah, I saw that. That's that's one of those videos you're like, dang, did I really look like that during that? He's still smiling. That was like a.
No, and the guy's a boss, dude, too. And honestly, if he's one of the, if any of these guys ended up being gay fellas or whatever,
Yeah.
and being one of the best to ever do it, good for them.
Exactly. Gives a shit.
Gay Jordan,
Gay Jordan would be nice. Just that that slightly lighter lift off that would actually be kind of sick to watch.
fly,
Floating.
just floating. Ooh.
I feel bad for like, because they get like preyed upon because you're on social media and it's just nothing but before and afters, and you just go after that and you get like, you can get like permanently disfigured and it's just, it's just,
Yeah.
it's evil. I don't know. Something strikes me as like evil to do that.
Well, there's a lot of stuff now too where it's like, the peptide, like all that stuff. A lot of it, there's not a ton of research done on it. We just
Yeah.
started fucking hearing about it,
Yeah.
I don't even know what
and
they are.
everybody started using it.
I know.
And there was, dude, I remember I was with a girl one night in her car, and I was trying to make out or something. I don't remember, but we were sitting in there talking, and she's like, "Yeah, I gotta leave now. So let's go down there. She wanted to get some Ozempic. It's cheaper down there."
Really?
Yeah, dude, they busted a woman outside of a Vineyard Vine selling illegal Ozempic.
Oh, bro, that's you start going to the doctor and then they all start talking to each other and one gets it off the internet. Yeah, so many of them are doing it. And it is because you do get it. Like you can go to a doctor, but it's like it's kind of expensive. And all it takes is one of them being like, "I got this website. I'll get it. I'll inject you." And then it's like, does this person know what they're doing? Where did they really get that? What is this stuff? And I'm so freaked out about putting anything into my body. I like can't do it. I'll take like a new vitamin and I'm like, I feel kind of weird today. If that's me, I'm being a bitch, but it's like I really am like.
But that's Irishness, I think, as well.
I think so.
You guys operate best on beer and stuff like that.
I think so.
Basic whiskey, beer.
Complete basics. Yeah, adding to. I took the one. It was like a pill form that you just take it for your stomach, and I think it helped. I didn't really notice much, but the needles, man, I'm like, I get just too scared. I have one in my fridge. I can't do it. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do. It's supposed to help you like sleep and burn fat, and I like look at it. I go, nah, I'm not doing that. Just sits there. I'm scared of the needle. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Save that bitch in case things get crazy. Shoot it into one of your fucking plants.
True.
Dude, if you started peptiding your fucking plants, dude, next thing you know, you have like 11 blackberries in your yard, dude.
That would be nice. But yeah, we can each have, my whole family can each have like 3 apiece. That'd be awesome.
How good are radishes, though? You mentioned radishes earlier.
Radishes, man, they grow so easy, and they're good. They can get a little spicy here and there, but like those ones they were rewarding because like this is the thing too. Like I tried growing carrots, dude. The carrot green's this big. I pull the carrot out. I'm not lying. It's this fucking big. So that kind of hurts. You wait 3 months, then you just gotta take it out and throw it on the ground and let it kind of decompose. Radishes just rip, man. You can grow radishes anywhere.
Those like potatoes, radish, I think those things grow
Tuber,
pretty easy.
yeah.
Tubers or whatever they're called.
I think potatoes a tuber. Radish, I don't know what the hell. Like root vegetables, I guess.
Yeah, root vegetables.
They grow pretty good, man.
My grandma used to have them all in her cellar back in the day. They'd have a lot of like senior citizens would have them in their cellars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Keep a lot of root vegetables in there. I love radishes though. They've kind of disappeared for a while. You would see them kind of like shaved up, like they'd fucking been literally like somebody had terrorized them and put them on like little salads.
I've seen that, like shredded radish. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like Mexican food brought them back into my life.
Ooh.
Because I would see them on the tacos, and at first I'd be like, what the fuck am I eating? And then I started eating them. I'm like, damn, these things are pretty good, actually.
You get a fucking spicy radish, though, bro. Put a little bit of salt on it.
Yeah, man. They're good. They're good. And there's something, I mean, just pulling it out of the ground, washing it, and eating it. There's something nice about that.
You ever pull one right out and just wash it right there and eat it in the yard?
I'd have to wash it first. So I usually bring it inside, but I'd like to. I feel like those, I've like picked them up. I took like berries out of the bush and eat them. But the radish, I'd never pulled them out of the dirt. I should actually. I have left a little bit of dirt on before and washing it. And it's gotta be better than shit in here. I don't believe eating the dirt propaganda, dude. You can eat dirt for sure.
I wouldn't have a ton. I mean, it depends on what area.
Just the dust. True.
Yeah.
True. My soil's pretty good. That's the thing too. You gotta like work. You gotta build like a whole little colony in your soil. Probably like 40 total, if that. And then I have a little thing outside my fence that gets like full sun all day. That's probably another probably have like 50, 60 square feet. Small.
Do you have to water in the morning and evening, or how does it work?
I do in the summer, yeah.
Do you have a water pail or use the hose?
I have like some sprinklers now. I gotta hook them up. I just kind of water them though twice a day, depending on how hot it is. If it's like super hot, that's twice a day. Put some mulch down to keep the roots from getting scorched. So it's nice, man. Especially like
Yeah.
When you just see a new little bud pop off your plant, it's just such a come out in the morning and I'm like, ooh, it's just a nice little treat.
And you're kind of like an orchestra conductor.
Yeah,
of
man.
nature.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you got to be patient. You got to wait. And it's like, dude, I planted garlics 6 months ago. I might have some like in 3 weeks, and it's just like a thing that's like good. That's you know what I mean? That's like, you know, 'cause otherwise,
If there was ever a time when you were with your family and your car broke down, because I've been there, and I remember the car was broke down, and I stood up, I walked off from that thing. I said, I ain't even being with y'all anymore. Just didn't even want to be by my family, dang it. Just out of shame. Car Shield could have fixed that. Car Shield offers month-to-month vehicle protection plans designed to protect drivers from expensive car repair bills. Car Shield contracts have low deductibles to prevent stress to your wallet at a critical time, and they partner with certified mechanics and repair shops around the country for when you're in a bind. Make a decision your wallet will love with Car Shield. Right now, Car Shield is offering our listeners 20% off with the code Theo at carshield.com. Visit carshield.com to lock in your 2026 protection today and protect yourself from expensive car repairs. Again, go to carshield.com and use code Theo for 20% off. Is pornography causing a problem in your life? Do you find yourself watching porno for longer periods of time and having trouble stopping? Is porn affecting your relationship or into turn and visit? Well, I you know what? Recently I started to get up earlier and do like just start to take some control over my own life more.
yeah,
Like, and it's just helped me so much, man. It's helped me to like, I don't know, everything else just feels like more possible. It's like, oh, I'm caring about what I'm doing here, you know?
yeah,
Like, it hasn't been like every day has been perfect, but just like over the past month, it's gotten like, let me see what I'm trying to say. Like, so I'll get up and I'll like do some yoga, work out, meditate, hit an AA meeting or something, and then I'm like, it's like 10 a.m. and now and the rest of my day is mine, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have work and shit to do, but I just feel like the more I'm investing in myself or things like that, it's like it feels good.
dude, it's unbelievable. Because otherwise, it's like, what is moving your life? You know, you're just kind of being blown about. I do that all the time. I'm just kind of like,
You have to make your life mean something.
exactly.
I think
yeah.
when you're a kid, you come out of this time where you're like, oh, there's all these things that I get to get put into, and there's somebody putting you into shit. You don't even realize it. Like,
Yeah.
all this stuff happens, and you're just in. But you, like, we kind of lose that as we get older. You know what I mean? I know work comes along and family comes along, but it's like, yeah, you have to. I always feel like, oh, life has to make it. No, you have to make it.
Yeah, dude, it's like 100% true. That's actually fair. I never thought about that too, because you do get thrown into school, and yeah, you're just like, well, I guess someone will throw me into a job, and then you just kind of just like drift along. And it's like I'll do that for like stretches of time, and then like something will happen where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And it just is a really bad feeling where I'm like, what am I doing with myself? And then yeah, waking up and being like, I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do this. Dude, it really does make you like feel so much better. It's like even if you get up like a half an hour early, and just get up and like go for a walk. Otherwise, yeah, that's a feeling that I get like really sweet. Like that'll really like bring me to a bad place where I'm just being thrown about by the whims of whatever forces are around.
Especially as time goes on, dude. I went to your birthday party. That was fun, dude.
It was fun. It was a fucking complete shock.
So you had no idea.
No clue. Everyone was laughing at me. Like, you didn't even Google the thing. Like, my wife told me she was going to take me to an opera. And she did it. It was actually, to her credit, a pretty good move. She's like, we never do anything like that. We never get dressed up. And it was the way she was doing it. I didn't know what the hell it was. And I was like, everyone was laughing at me. Like, we Googled the opera wasn't even in China. I'm like, yeah, man. And I really can just feel like look into things, and I'll just like, all right, I'll just come. I don't like researching. 'Cause I was talking to a lot of people that are like, I'd have to look at the seat chart, I have to know where I'm sitting.
Yeah, that's whimsical, dude. That's like an Irish hello or whatever.
I did, I really do, dude.
Just not knowing what the fuck is going on.
No idea what's
but
going
being
on
there.
and I just showing up, and like, oh, this will be cool. I was like, oh, I get to see an opera. I've never seen that before. Just waited until the game, and then so I'm like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna be in a dark room all night. I was like, I'm gonna just eat a little weed edible. I'll be fine. So I'm literally. She was like, all the tickets we got, we get to go meet the opera singers like before it. I'm like, meet and greet with the opera singers. So I'm like, it sounds weird, but I'm like, yeah, I'm down to meet them. This is kind of cool. I'm super gullible. And then, so I'm like kind of stoned, and I just like walk into this room being like, I remember the last thought I had was like, I wonder what opera singers are like. I walked in, and I just saw my mother-in-law, and I was like, what the hell? Why is she here? And then I saw someone I hadn't seen in like 3 years, and I truly was like, oh, I'm probably having a dream. And I was like, this is not real. And I kept looking around, and like the noises kind of came back, and I was like, surprise. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I got like angry. I was furious at first.
I remember you telling me that.
Dude, I stood there, and everyone was like, 150 people. I'm like kind of high on it. I'm like, this is completely overwhelming. Surprise. And then like, I'm looking around being like, what the fuck? She made everyone wear tuxedos and shit for this? And I'm just like, furious.
I forgot.
Furious, sorry. Like, I just felt like, oh no. And then I just kind of like, I like realized what was happening, that I was like frowning at 150 people, and I had to like, oh, hey, thank you, everybody. And it took me like an hour and a half to like the shock to wear off. I was fucked up. But then, you know, eventually I was like,
what was the anger about, you think, kind of? You were telling me that, and that was fascinating. And your wife was great, dude. Like, she started like 5 months in advance. She's like, don't forget Friday or whatever. And I'm like, this Friday? She's like, no, Friday in 5.5 months. But she would remind you every month, and I was like, fuck. And then once I said, I promise I'll be there. I was like, fuck, now I gotta be there. But it ended up being great, though. It was a great night, dude. I got to hang out with Tony. There we are right now. Adam Egett, Joe DeRosa. And is that your? He works at the mothership.
he was at the mothership for a while.
But yeah, dude, it was a good group, though.
Dude, it was fun. When I got there, I couldn't even place the anger at first. I was just going like, what the fuck? And I was actually kind of looking forward to sitting in the room all night watching it. I was like, this would be crazy. And then it was just like, what I was angry about was like, I don't really like a lot of attention. So then I walked into just like a complete and total, just being like a wash in attention, and like surprise. And it just like pissed me off. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, this is like a party. This is nice. It literally took my brain a second to be like, so at first it wasn't even a party, because you know what I mean? Like my brain was like, these are just people looking at me. I'm like, why is this happening to me right now? And then it was like, it came in layers, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is my 40th surprise party. Because we did something 2 weeks before that, so I was like, nice, I'm done. So like it like took me, my brain was like lagging for like seconds, and then, you know, I just like had to walk around and be like, hey, thanks, say thanks, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Thanks, Maxing.
I was thanks maxing.
Yeah, dude, that's for sure.
Post maxing, thanks maxing.
But dude, it would be so funny because I'd be talking like a comedian, and then there'd be just somebody who was randomly downstairs who was at the thing, and it was a nice event, man. It was like an event,
dude. It really was. It was,
and there was like a thing with desserts, and there was like they even had like a duck or something. They had great food. They had but then there would be also like just family members, or somebody's like, I'm Matt's 11th cousin or whatever, you know? You know? Fire department, you know, just fucking. I'm like, what is going on?
I think one of my cousins I know, I heard the next day kind of collared you and was like, let's get a photo right now.
I don't remember some things, but it was just like there was a lot of different things. And you would get like, kind of Irishy looking guys and this and that, and then a fucking, you know, just somebody with Down syndrome who they said was Irish or whatever. And then even just down to a big freckle on a wheelchair. You know, it's just like there was this I had just been through it all. You know, some Civil War veteran was there, like he was based there.
Yeah, people were taken aback because that was only a small faction of my family. So people that I knew would be like, because you would just see various mutations of me, where you'd be like, that's gotta be like, the people were like really laughing about that all night, being like, I can literally spot every single one of your family. You guys all look exactly the same.
Dude, that would be the best if they had done a thing, Find Matt's Family.
Like a Where's Waldo.
Yes. And you had to like just find amongst all the people that you know, signatures from those 10 people.
That's kind of fun, actually. But no, it was cool, man. I had a, you know, I gave it up to Brittany. I was like, man,
it was very sweet of her.
Very nice, very impressive. It was just such a it was like I said, it was like an event. It was like a massive event, and it's I'm always kind of like I don't want to do anything, blah blah blah. So it was nice. I was like I appreciated it, but it was a lot for me to take in.
Yeah, it's scary, dude. Having a
Well, it's
surprise
scary.
experience is kind of scary.
Especially that magnitude, man. That was like really I don't like to ask people to do anything. You see people wearing tuxes, I'm like, so then my family hates dressing up, so I'm like, fuck, they made them do that, and I was just like, but it was cool. It was awesome.
And you can you still be drafted or not?
Oh, for the war? I think they just bumped. Yeah, I think
The
they bumped
war
it
is
to
a
42.
unique term.
The military, yeah. The conflict. I think it's up to 42. So if I'm,
What are the requirements? And they keep fucking making the age bigger, dude.
yeah,
42, dude. There's some fucking
I got 2 good years in me.
bro. You could
2
be
good years.
a colonel.
That'd be crazy. I went to college. At least I want sergeant. Like I'm not going in there.
Sergeant.
Yeah,
But actually, I'd kind of like to boss up as a
gotta
grown
be
man.
on time. What are some of the army chains? You know some of those probably.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Until, yeah, 42 is not that old or whatever.
Welcome. Army raised enlistment age to 42.
Yeah, they're pandering to me.
Eases marijuana restrictions, dude. So you can have
It does
fucking.
not bode well.
Dude, it's just gonna be a bunch of fucking thick trans kids on guns out there. Well, here was one of the
Kinda
problems.
blazed.
Did you know that 70% of young Americans are unfit to serve in the military? They couldn't serve in the military.
Yeah, I've heard that.
70%.
Yeah, that's no surprise, man. That's
that
sad.
blew my mind.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I feel like it felt like 70% could serve in the military.
Yeah, for sure.
You had some kids that real quick or something. You had like some black kids that were still sucking their thumb or something when they were like 19.
Still rocking.
Yeah, which was cool. But they weren't saying anything, but they weren't. So you kind of like a path. But then you had like one kid that would get sunburned bad, he couldn't go. You had that bee sting kid or whatever. It was always like a piece of shit.
I'm down for them just doing like that. So we're at the point now where it is ridiculous to do like 171 and that's like, it's just like, I've seen this before, it's like embarrassing. Let's do battle box. Solve it, see what's up, whatever.
Pink slips.
Yeah, your buzzsaw flips my wedge, and now you get the whole nukes. If I'll build a better robot, I'll get the nukes back, so I can destroy the world if I have to, if I want to get my way.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, to really be used, I don't know, dude. It's just fucking.
But there's the trick where it's like, yeah, you know what, you're right. Then some guy just blows up your city, and you're like, I'm fucking blowing them up. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's
so it's
true.
like, I think it's escapable.
A major update to Army recruiting regulations this week raises the maximum age a recruit can join to 42 and removes a barrier to joining for recruits with a single legal conviction for marijuana or drug paraphernalia possession. The Army's previous
Not nice.
limit was 35, though exceptions are occasionally made. The higher age limit brings the Army in line with other services limit at 41 in the Navy and 42 in the Air Force.
Well, that's the weirdest of all, and again, it's whoa. The fuck is that?
Kind of shit, I don't know. I thought that was fucking Doug Stanhope or something. From the left.
Well, the
Secret double-legged Busty Gnome's cross-dressing husband, Brian. The pouting busty bimbo photos and trove of explicit messages.
okay.
That could have been a costume he was doing.
Yeah.
Is today revealed as a secret cross-dresser who dons gigantic fake busts and pink hot pants to chat with online fetish models.
Ooh, that's the porn hole going wrong, man.
Yeah.
So you need to shut the laptop. Once you're bimbifying yourself for webcam, is that what happened? You're bimbifying?
Well, it looks like his wife operated at the highest echelons of government, handling matters of national security in a recent role as DHS Secretary. Brian Noam, 56, has been dressing up and playing adult paying adult entertainers to talk dirty. The Daily Mail has reviewed hundreds of messages involving 3 women from the bimbification scene, where porn performers transfer themselves into real-life Barbie dolls by pumping colossal amounts of saline into their breath.
Oh, that was his boobs basically from saline.
Yeah, so he pumping his own tits full of that shit? God.
Okay, he had balloons. Okay.
Brian, an insurance mogul, can be seen squeezing into a flesh-colored crop top with skin-tight pink shorts.
Hold on. So those tits were balloons with the nipple. Oh, the knots mimic the nipples. I mean, I'll at least shout him out on the nipple position.
That's pretty smart.
That was kind of nice. Dang, bro.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is going on?
Bro, that's nice for balloons. I'll get. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh man.
But he has that kind of glossy skin where he's fucking. You know what I'm saying?
That's a horny guy. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that that's kind of alpha. To be that horny where you have balloon boobs like a 5th grader.
No, it sounds like what those fucking clavicular kids are gonna be doing. Hacky sacks in their chest and shit.
Yeah, man, that is
He sent his secret roster of online acquaintances at least $25,000 via Cash App and PayPal. And when the payments were delayed or failed, the chats would quickly turn sour.
I bet I would if I paid fucking $25,000 to look at my balloon tits and you didn't you delayed on me. I turned sour.
Damn.
Oh, dude. So they kind of like put his stuff out there.
Yeah, it's a sign that somebody whose spouse is at that level has that kind of bad judgment.
Oh, whoa,
bro.
I didn't know this was a thing, dude.
Yeah, I guess it is, dude. Honestly, bro, all this shit makes me want to cut my own wiener off and just nail it to Africa, dude. I'm not even joking, dude. I thought about that for years. Cut my wiener off, pull my nuts off.
Yeah.
If they want it, or just whatever you want. You can do it, send them both, but
Keep your nuts, 'cause that'll keep your tea going and stuff.
yeah, keep my fucking nuts.
You can let your nuts hang. You know, chop off and eat it.
Then mail it to Africa. Feed a person or two.
That'd be nice.
They grill that bitch up in a second, dude.
Marshall, so.
They get some fucking Tennessee wiener.
Rely on toothpick to serve at a party with others, but yeah.
They be like, Glizzy.
No, it's
like Glizzy.
easy. And that is sad, man. It's like, yeah, it's a
The Uber driver. He's like, we need a revolution. Fuck this guy. You know, he's trying to get me to fucking do something like, dude, I'm fucking telling you. But it was just kind of crazy. He's like, we need a revolution.
yeah.
Because he's like, hey, that's gonna come. It's gonna be all in those. You don't have a job, you know?
That's true. Yeah, that stuff's coming, man, for sure. That's gonna be weird. I mean, it is gonna be
But you're not scared of it, though, you said.
no, not really. I mean, it's like well, here's the thing. It's like if I felt like it was coming and it would just like destroy my livelihood, I'd obviously be afraid of that. I don't think it is, and I feel bad if it does, but I feel like maybe this is me just being hopeful. It will kind of engender some like massive change where people will then have to like learn how to, you know, like do we start just sharing stuff so everyone has what they like. What do you like? What do you mean?
Right.
And that, you know, people are like, obviously, if it wipes out just like the 9 industries at once, and you have millions and millions of people who could work, but just there's no point for them to do it. It's like, what do you do? Like, what do you do then? It's like, are they gonna have to just like invent weird, like almost like fake jobs that people are gonna get paid just to kind of vibe out? I don't know. I'm personally kind of curious to see where it goes because it's like you're not gonna fight the AI stuff. Everyone's like, we're gonna stop it. It's like, no, you're not. If it saves big corporations money, it's coming. We're going to do that. Then it becomes like, what do you do? And I guess like, you know, yeah, it could get, now that I think about it, it's like, well, yeah, maybe the billionaires will like give us some money. I'm like,
Well, they said
nah, fuck. You think they will?
Well, that's what they've said, is that people would get some sort of a stipend or some sort of a UBI, universal basic income, or some sort of a token that they could use for things, like which is crazy to hear.
Yeah.
Like Altman said this sort of shit.
This is a king then, so then we'd have kings. Which again, if we go back to some like futuristic medieval like serfs, lords, kings, knights, could be chill. I don't know. Again, I don't know. There's probably people like fuck you.
Could be chill though.
Could be chill, dude. You get to like wander. I get to just be in my garden, light fires, and just kind of like think about the glory of the king.
Hey, yeah.
King Sam Altman. King Altman. Just cut my fucking head off.
And he cuts your fucking RAM down. He cuts your hard drive down to fucking 30 megabytes a month. And you just-
No more questions about your garden. Sorry, my lord.
And then that thing comes through, you throw the dead people just on it, like if your neighbor dies. Remember back in the they were just
The wheelbarrow.
the dead part or whatever. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I think this is my again. This is
Oh
just me
shit! He
being-
had my fucking earpods in his pocket. We put him on the fucking dead part.
This is me being hopeful. Humanity.
Check his pockets of that guy.
You get a follow on your device. Yeah, I feel like, you know, every society rises and then falls in a terrible cataclysm. That's like there hasn't been one that's made it out of it yet. So like maybe it's like with COVID. COVID was bad, but it also did kind of shake people out of that like dull, thoughtless malaise that so many people are trapped in, just like a meaningless existence they kind of hate. So I'm hoping the AI shakes the cage enough to where people can kind of come out of it, but then we don't all just like fall into like complete chaos and start like killing each other.
Yeah.
I think there's a sweet spot. So I'm hoping it kind of shakes it just a little bit. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's my hope. But it's like, yeah, then it's like, well, maybe the billionaires will be generous. I'm like,
Well, to me, it feels like they want us poisoned enough, right? It's obvious. There's so much that's poison in our fucking water. Fluoride makes people dumb. Like, if you have fluoride in your water, you're dumber.
yeah.
Which is crazy, dude. But, like, they want us to be dumb enough and, like, not have any fucking balls or want to do. And so you just are kind of, like, in this sort of wheel.
Yeah.
And you're comfortable in the wheel. And the amazing thing to me sometimes is how comfortable a lot of us are in the wheel, including myself.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, you know what? I could go out there and protest sometimes, or I could do this, or, you know, but I could just sit here and watch March Madness.
Yeah.
You know, just got some new Massa chips. I got some fucking Good Ranchers nuggets in the
Massive
mail.
chips are nice, bro. I love those things.
They're nice. If you eat too many of them, though,
Yeah, it's a fucked up bellyache.
and I don't eat them anymore. I had like 6 bags or in a row or whatever. I can't have them anymore.
No, you eat the whole bag, and you're like, I just ate a pound of beef tallow.
Well, it's like having gin when you're a kid or whatever. You can't have it anymore. You know? But it's like that. For me, it just kind of burnt out.
Well, the thing that I'm hopeful about is that, like, you know, because if it becomes like, if money becomes a weird thing where it's like the UBI and like, you do have these like rich billionaire overlords, like money is the thing. If you have enough of it, it kind of like, you know, pumps up your ego to where you're like, yeah, I did it, I'm the man. I've always wondered if we could somehow trick like ultra rich like billionaire types into being like, no, the real flex is like putting like 9 million people on like assistance and making like a cool future peaceful village and like getting them to think like, yeah, that would be cool if I did that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like, why wouldn't they do
subverting
that?
You just have to make up their nerds. Like, so like Zuckerberg, you'd be like, dude, instead of like attacking them, be like, dude, actually Zuckerberg is super jacked and super tough and cool at jiu-jitsu, and like just like giving the nerds, everyone like, yeah, we love you guys. And maybe they'll just like, you know, use billions of dollars to terraform the earth into like a cool hobbit world. I don't know. Now I'm just, I'm just reaching.
Well, you start to wonder, is it an evil autism that's out there?
Yeah, we need to give them. Yeah, exactly. I think you could be completely right.
Because yeah, to think that you'd have billions of dollars and other people don't have anything is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because it's like I think about that all the time, and it's like,
White House turns down Elon Musk's offer to pay TSA agents during DHS shutdown.
why? That thing was like, well, yeah, we can't pay the TSA guy. I'm a single issue voter, and it's wait times at airports currently. But it's like, dude, just take the TSA out of that, because they're trying to both pass these like big deals where it's like, well, we'll do the TSA, but you have to agree to this. Both are doing
There's
it.
omnibus bills.
Yeah, it's like take TSA out of it. You guys can go, okay, let's fund TSA. Okay, back to arguing about bullshit forever. It's just, dude, that shit pisses me off.
Yeah. Musk, the CEO of Tesla and owner of social media platform X, offered to pay the salaries on Saturday. I would like to offer to pay the salaries of TSA personnel during this funding impasse that is negatively affecting the lives of so many Americans at airports throughout the country. He wrote on that. President Trump said Monday that he would love it if Musk paid the agents' salaries. I think it's great to do that. The offer of Musk was also warmly received by lawmakers. But then here's the problem is,
No, all right, pay him.
right? John Fetterman said the offer was incredibly generous in his response to the post. TSA agents across the country are relying on food pantries and community donations just to get by. DHS officials told House lawmakers Wednesday that over 480 airport screeners have quit since the beginning of the shutdown, and that the agency is expected to lose $1 billion in missed paychecks by the end of this week. Dude, Timothy Mellon, heir of Mellon Banking, shout out Pittsburgh, donated $130 million to pay the military during the 43-day-long government shutdown from October to November. But what's crazy is this could be a trap, because then you're letting kind of X or Tesla become this privatized, you know, because now you're kind of privatizing airport security.
Yeah.
Whether you realize it a little bit or not, you're saying, okay, I will let him pay these salaries. Then he comes in and says, well, how about this? Why don't Tesla just manage airport security.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
probably do it so much more efficiently.
Yeah.
And so that's the, like, I'm not saying would be bad. I'm just saying that's where things get kind of risky. A lot of times, like offers like that, there's this
Yeah.
kind of caveat of hopeful
No,
business
that makes
down
sense,
the line.
dude. I didn't know this until recently. Public transportation in Chicago and like I think the late 1800s, there's all public company or private companies. So like you would just own, like whatever. Like if you're in New York, it was like, but it's Chicago. Like the L train, that was a guy who owned the L train. Everyone who paid tickets, all the money went to him. And there was another guy who owned like the North Side public, and they all eventually the city came and was like, guys, give me this. That was like that for a while. It was like incredibly competitive and corrupt, and you'd have to lobby the government to like pass your thing. You pay people off, and you just collected all the fares personally. Didn't even go to the city. So yeah, it's that is a tricky thing though, because they can then they can start doing their weird like credit card. I mean, you don't get great customer service with government agencies anyway.
No, dude. Have you been to the post office?
The post office is crazy.
Dude, I was there a couple days. There was like this sister that was working in there. She's fucking fighting with a bird that's in there trying to steal like a fucking thing of tape or whatever. And I'm like in the little gift section area. I'm like, there's nobody else in there, dude. The fucking wind going by is just fucking unbelievable. I was an Asian dude. He peeked up out of the back for like a second. The guy with the mustache, dude. Fucking the catfish looking dude. Fucking one of those packaged catfishes. He's just back there. He swims up to the fucking door and peeks around just to make sure nobody's looking for him, and fucking goes back into the fucking hiding behind the 7-day certified mail. You'll never see him for
For
a
like
week.
40 more years. He's just to hide for 40 more years. Dude,
It's like he saw his own shadow. It's like 11 more months of fucking being on the clock on the government's dime.
the post office is crazy, dude. I used to mail all of our merch. For like in the beginning, I would mail all of our merch personally. So I started going to the post office with just like boxes of like 45, 50, 60 shirts already wrapped up. And like I got to know the people there pretty well. But it was like at first I would just show up. Before they knew me, they'd be like, what are you doing to us? And then they eventually gave me another address where I could just like drop it off at the like hub, and they would just take them like a big thing at once and just throw them in the thing. And it was funny. Yeah, I used to go there and they let me like come towards the back and dump it in.
Fuck yeah, it's kind of cool to see behind the scenes.
It was cool, but it is like chill time. If there's a line at the post office, people are like, okay. It's like DMV mentality. You're like, yeah, whatever, man.
Don't care. They
Yeah.
don't feel lines.
No, they really don't.
You only feel lines on one side of the counter. The other side of the counter, they don't feel that line.
No, it's not a restaurant where you're like, oh, fuck, people are going to leave. You're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, fuck it. Go use fucking something else.
Public transit in Chicago shifted from private to public control in the mid-20th century, centered on the creation of the Chicago Transit Authority, the CTA, in the 1940s. The Illinois General Assembly passes the Metropolitan Transit Authority Act, 1945. When CTA took over the big private rail and streetcar systems and effectively completed for city service in 1952 with the motor coach purchase. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's when it happened.
true.
I saw you've been doing some history pods.
Yeah, on my Patreon. I've been getting deep into like the conquistador era, like the Spaniards going first to like Yucatan and Mexico to like maybe like when Cortez kind of took over the Aztecs, and then there was another guy who like navigated the Amazon River like later on, and they like Pizarros took out the Inca Empire. Those stories are like insane. And I've talked to the author who wrote both the books I was talking about, and we're both agreeing. It's like, dude, that's a movie. I talked to this other guy about this too, where it's like the fact that there's no movie about that yet, it's insane, because it is like, especially Cortez taking over the Aztecs. It's the craziest story, because everyone's like, oh yeah, he showed up and like tricked Montezuma, and it like they did do that, but it was like a multi-year effort. They had like brutal battles. It went on like forever. They were like inside Tenochtitlan, which was like the city of the Aztecs. Dude, that was like a brutal siege. They barely escaped, had to come back and attack it again. It was absolutely insane.
Were they bad people that they were attacking, or they were just people that they wanted their land, or it was just like during that colonial times?
It was a little bit of everything. It was definitely during the colonial times. The Spaniards definitely just wanted gold. They were like, yeah, you guys have gold. We're taking the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Cortez wasn't even supposed to do it. He was sent by another guy, Velasquez, who was like, take this flotilla of ships. Because they were in, where was it, like Cuba maybe or somewhere. And they were like, he was like, I want you to scout this Mexico, whatever place, and see if they have any gold or slaves, and bring them back to me.
That's crazy,
Dude, so Cortez was like, for sure. He just took 13 ships and was like, fuck that guy. I'm going on an expedition to conquer. So it was like completely illegal. You know, it was all like fucked up, but he just was like, I'm doing my own thing, like a pirate basically.
Yeah, it's like when you borrow, like when your dad's like, "Hey, go fill my car with gas," but you take it to go see your girl.
Yeah, dude, for like the ultimate version, it's like if he gave you a fleet of like trucks and you were like, "Yo, let's go," and it was like he just rolled up there with 300, 400 guys, and they just battled and like made alliance. That was the thing that helped them. They made so many alliances with different people that hated the Aztecs. And it was like, everyone's like the Spaniards, they did some stuff that was obviously horrible. But the problem was in like the Aztec times, it was all kind of like Yucatan Peninsula, southern Mexico up into like central. And so you would just be in a village and the Aztec chiefs would be like, yo, it's time for taxes. But their taxes were sacrifice victims. So they would come down and be like, give us like 30 people. So you'd be living together and they'd be like, yeah, we're going to fucking chop you up, let's go. And like they would just snag most of your babes. And you'd be like, fuck. So then Cortez comes and they're like, yeah, I'll help you fuck those guys up. So they all were like kind of against each other. And then like the thing that really kind of like, it's fucked up, but it would make me laugh. They would befriend the natives there, and the natives would be like, oh, you guys seem cool, want to see something cool that we like? And they would take them to one of these like religious temples. And it would just be like a dog with its head bashed in, like little kids' bones. They'd be like, yeah, we fucking chop that dog's head off. And they'd be like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? What's wrong with you guys? So there was like, and they say the Spaniards exaggerated a lot of the sacrifice, but it was definitely on the books, and like, so they got there and they were like greedily looking for gold, but then they'd be like, these guys are chopping off kids' heads and kicking them down the steps. They're like, fuck these guys. Yeah, that's kind of how they were thinking.
I see what you're saying.
These guys need Jesus. We're gonna kill them and turn them into slaves and give them Jesus and take their gold, and we're doing a good thing. So it was kind of fucked up all around, honest, in my opinion. But like nobody knew. You know what I mean? Like they didn't think it was bad. So.
Do you think, like, it kind of goes to an overall idea of, like, yeah, do you think that, like, human existence is, like, a trial to see of, like, good versus evil? Or, like, I wonder what it is, And then, as things start to get weirder and stuff, then you start realizing, well, most countries always live under, like, some severe oppression.
Yeah.
With no hope of, like, a lot of freedoms.
Yeah.
And with not even the ability to express themselves in some ways.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. Like,
yeah, you start to realize that, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. You wonder, like, and then you start to think, well, how does this end? Like, does this end well? But then if you had groups at that time, if you had Cortez traveling around and realizing, okay, we believe these are bad people, we need to bring them into some sort of enlightenment of understanding. Is that the right way? It's just, I don't know.
No, dude, it's really tricky. So they were legally bound. So you'd roll into a village and like you'd hope they're peaceful. Otherwise, you're just doing battle.
I think that first 10 minutes has got to be a tough.
Very tough. But luckily for them, they'd roll up in like on a horse. Which first of all, the Aztecs, they would see and there was the Mayans were there as well. But they would see a dude in metal on a horse and think this was like some new type of being.
Tesla.
They never saw someone riding a horse, so they thought the man and the horse became like one weird creature, and they were like, what the fuck? They would just come at you 30 miles an hour with a steel sword, and it's like, it was terrifying. And then like cannon fire, that like helped them out a lot. But yeah, they just thought they were like aliens. They didn't know what the fuck they were. They were like, and then they like killed a couple of the Spaniards, and they're like, oh, we can kill these guys, and they would munch them.
So wow,
let's munch them a little bit. But yeah, it was, dude. History's been brutal, and it is getting, things do seem to be getting better overall. Like that dude, that's like rolling into a village. You're like, I'm hungry. I want some gold. Fucking, Cortez he would be like nice enough, but then as soon as people started fucking with him, he would like fucking burn villages down, burn people alive. It's like brutal stuff.
That's a crazy mix. So I'm hungry. I want some gold.
Yeah, well, they would be starving. They would be walking, like, fuck, we don't have enough food. And you just see a village, you're like, we gotta go munch these guys and shit.
Dude, and bro, you think there was hot babes back then at that time?
For sure. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, they're
probably healthier babes.
Healthy. I mean, yeah, true. I mean, but here's the thing, though. It's like it's all relative because, like, you're these guys are all, by the way, like 21, 22. So you're a 22-year-old Spanish guy in 1600s or late 1500s. There's guys probably they're on like legendary NoFaps. All of them, they probably weren't like beating off every day to Pornhub. So these guys are, the chamber's fully fucking cocked.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were probably like, there was obviously a lot of brutal rape and stuff going on. But yeah, Cortez famously, in one of the battles, the general handed him here's a bunch of women, blah blah blah. And one of them happened to be a former princess from like one of the chiefdoms. who then got sold into sex slavery by like, you know, a warring tribe, who then got given to Cortez as like, you know, a sex slave, but she happened to be a princess, Malinche, who like was like honestly one of the key figures who helped him translate all the languages so that he could move about. Like, I don't know if he could have done it without it. It's pretty crazy. Wow. They became lovers, man. They were thick as thieves, and Cortez had a wife the whole time, living in Cuba. So when his wife, after he finally wins over, defeats the Aztec Empire, takes it over himself.
That's
crazy. Dude, his wife comes over to visit him. She's like, all right, this fucking guy's been gone. I don't know what the hell he is. He's been gone for 2 years. Cortez has a child with this new babe who like been through it all with him.
Yeah.
And his wife shows up, kind of gives him an earful. Dude, he choked her to death. And that was just his babe. It was pretty fucking brutal.
Damn.
It's pretty brutal shit, man.
Dude, that's a crazy love story.
It's the bizarrest love triangle.
But dude, if your guy conquers a bunch of shit like that, you gotta chill the first week or something.
Dude, you can't just be coming up.
Yeah, you can't get out the car mouthing off. You know?
It was like a savage conquest, and it was like, you know, he's there with all of his bros, and like he had made these alliances with these other like, you know, indigenous factions who, like, when they beat the Aztecs finally, they all had a party the night of, and they're like, the Spaniards was like drinking, fucking around. Dude, these like Aztec dudes were like cutting off their enemy's skin and like walking around in it, and like they're just all partying. And they had like a brutal, fucked up like 2-day party that they all woke up from, and were like, let's say this right now. That was kind of wild. And then his wife came to visit, mouthed off, and he just killed her. Yeah, it's fucked. That's a fucked up story.
It is.
Sorry,
but it's the story that we keep living. It's just crazy, like that. You know, you don't know who's supposed to be like the righteous ones, who's supposed to win, what the whole thing is, who's doing things in the name of the right purpose. You know, you're trying to go off of some moral calculations that you feel like you have, but then we're all like immoral. We're all like broken people. So it's like, I don't know, man.
No, that's the thing too. Like I said, I try to like, you know, keep like at least an open mind to like, all right, well, even with Iran, it's like, say they do make a nuclear weapon and then they drop it on whoever. It's like, yeah, maybe they have to stop. I don't know, but it's like,
but they're dropping it. They're not dropping that.
Or they're just gonna use it to get like a seat at the table. I think that's what people do with nukes. You make them and you're like, all right, can we get at the big boy table now? And
yeah.
Like, all right, fucking get in here. So yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? I have no idea.
That's gotta be crazy. Now, do you also think
sweet feeling?
Do you also think though? You can kind of see how like these fucking mega lords and tech lords and shit, like they start to just sit around and like they all got in a room like, dude, we're the fucking, we own the world, right?
There's no way they don't, dude.
Right?
You're 100% right.
And they'd be like, well, we should obviously make sure the world stays like this, that we own it. Let's keep everybody fucking dumb. Let's keep doing this shit, and let's keep bossing out and drinking kid dick or whatever until we live forever. Yeah. You know, like I just feel like there's gotta be, that has to be like, and then because you start to wonder how could people at a certain level get to that, but they must think, well, if I'm this fortunate, God must want me to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Because
if you have been so fortunate and you do have a religious beliefs, and your ego gets involved, I could see how you could end up on that road. For sure. God wants me to do things this way. And then you start justifying whatever you do.
Or it's the opposite. You have no religious convictions at all, and you go like, it's just, you know, it's like those people who look at the world where it's like, yeah, strongest person wins. The whole point of life is to be comfortable and like in a dominant position. And then like, there's people who have that. That's like generally their philosophy. So like, yeah, I'll just leverage technology to gain more and more power to my advantage. And it's like, that shit's scary, especially when they get into like the realistic possibility of becoming biologically immortal, and you're like, fuck, dude, like, I just want to grow my radishes, man. Just let me grow my radishes.
Yeah.
It's freaked out, man. It is really freaked out, but it's also like, I don't think there's a lot of peace though. If you're like running some cybertronic fucking war surveillance apparatus, I don't think those guys are chilling. I don't think they feel good.
I think some of them don't feel.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
So that's the scary part is they don't have the thing.
Yeah, I think you're actually right about that.
Like to them, it's all a fucking game. When they die, they just short circuit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have like a lot of these people. It feels like don't have something.
No, yeah, you could be right about that.
But yeah, man, I agree. It's like get back to what can you control, right? So you make a garden, you go on a nice walk, You spend some time with your neighbors. You do things that feel good while you're alive. You know, we didn't create the world. We're just here in it. And yeah, I don't know.
It's all cyclical too, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's gonna rise and fall, and you know, it's the problem is like, yeah, hopefully this time this isn't the time where like everything pops off and we all just get wiped out in a hot flash. It's like that's scary, but like, what are you gonna like run into the White House and just get shot in the face by a secret security? It's just like you have to just chill. There's nothing to really do.
Let me see this. Steven Pinker argues that by most measurable indicators, violence, health, wealth, rights, and knowledge, humans are doing better now than any previous time, even though it feels like things are getting worse. I don't fucking believe that guy.
Well, I mean, it's like, yeah, there's probably less kind of crime and like large scale violence. It's just the problem is just the information. You get bombarded with just like all this horrible shit.
Right. And I think there's still like, you know, news outlets are, everything is, I believe that this is, it depends on what you mean. If you don't care about existing and like feeling like you can grow as a human, then maybe so. I thought we were past some of this like old school colonial shit. We were just gonna, you know, you'd think we would get past that,
Yeah.
but
No, it's the same thing. They did it with Iraq. They're gonna go, oh, there's like an existential threat. Like, try to think back on since.
But America knows it's not true now. We know it's not true.
That's the problem.
And it's not our nobody's upset at our soldiers or anything like that. It's just the people putting them out there in harm's way. And to think about that shit.
Well, it's like, dude, think about a time there hasn't been a giant looming existential threat overhead since like literally ever. It was like terrorism was the big one, and that was like the Iraq War. You know, back when before that, it was just like Fox News. My parents would watch it. It would just be like crime in the city. It'd be like the inner cities are out of control. They're gonna come kill you.
Always.
And then it was just like terrorists are gonna come fucking kill you.
And then it was
like
Unsolved
white
Mysteries.
supremacists. Yeah.
Remember they threw that there in the middle?
Yeah. Then there was Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries was fucking good though. I like it.
Fuck, it was banging. Maybe you could help solve a mystery. And do we go outside and fucking looking for missing people in our area? We're like, are you Rebecca Owens?
Sadly, I never stepped up to the plate. I was impassive. Of Unsolved Mysteries, I never even tried. I feel bad about that.
I used to collect all those 1-800 the missing cards, the ones that came in the
Did
mail.
you?
Yeah. And I would fucking look at those bitches on my
You're
way
on
to
the case.
school.
That's good.
Felt like I was like, because I always wanted to find somebody that was missing, or always wanted to find like a dead body or something.
Yeah. I was just talking to a guy today. He does for a living. I had him on my show. For a living, he goes into bank-owned foreclosures, and his job is to like assess how bad of a condition it's in. And he's been multiple times come in just a dead body. He said you just gotta you gotta like give it a respectful nudge, and then call the cops or whatever, come get it.
You think the first time you nudge light, and then after a while you fucking get a little tough. Like the fourth and fifth time you fucking just give it a...
I think you give it two solid, just like a hard knock. Just two. You got to make sure. Just give it one, and then just like in case it's waking up. Then no response. You're like, yeah, it's a dead person. I'm in the house with the dead person by myself, and I got to call the cops.
Yeah, they must have had a good exterminator around here. That's a great card, dude. There you go right there, dude.
There
Is
we
that
go.
J-Rod the electrician? Shout out J-Rod the electrician, dude. If you haven't followed that guy's journey, it's the best. But yeah, having a garden, doing things that build your own life up, that give you purpose, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing. Let me do something with my kids. Let me fucking look at this dead rat, or you know what I'm saying? But let me
check out this dead rat's
right.
face.
Let me start a history podcast. Let me learn about journeys that were before me. You know, just I think we have to start to create our own senses of purpose. We have to find new ones in our lives.
Yeah, man, I think I totally agree. And it's like, you know, I just, for me, it's just like, I'm weary of the news apparatus, information. Whenever I find myself getting angry, you know, it's just like, I just have to ask myself, like, am I getting pulled into some weird thing? And I try to just like, you know, I guess it sounds like a cop-out, but like stay out of that as much as possible. Like, what can I do? It's like, I'll try to make people laugh if I can, and just make like, you know, some vaguely entertaining in some fashion stuff. And then
Yeah.
just try to conduct myself and like tend to the stuff around me, because it's like, I don't fucking know what the hell's going on. It's like, I have no idea. I can surmise and guess, and I think I have, you know, idea, but it's like, I don't know. So
Yeah.
I try to just be like, look, man, if someone calls me to ask me to help with the situation, I'll try to do what I can, but it's like, it's just, you know, you're almost like, sometimes I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels, or it's just like I'm getting like kind of worked over a little bit, to where it's like, man, these guys, they're in my head right now, and I'm, you know, that's like dangerous, man. Especially when you get like collective anger, you can just fucking, you can move that stuff around, and like people, you can do stuff with it. It's like, I'm always kind of weary, where I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's part of the trap too. You start to realize, well, this is part of the trap. They want us to be upset.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they have all this information that's out there. So much of it is still under control. That there's a reason why this little bit and this got leaked. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Being alive is interesting, man. I will say it gets more and more interesting.
It does. I agree. The older you get, I think it does get more and more interesting for sure. I like getting older. A lot of people are always like, "Oh man, it sucks." I'm like, bro, I'm excited to be 50. Dude. Like, this is gonna be awesome.
You just got 40, man.
I know. I'm gonna be 40. I'm gonna chill and be 40. But it's like I don't have the. I think it's cool. I don't know. Something about getting older. Like everyone. I guess when you start hurting all over, it probably sucks. But I dig it. I like getting older. Getting gray. I want to look like old as fuck as fast as possible. It's my goal right now.
Really?
I'm trying to age max. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking dope, bro.
This is a dye job, by the way. I'm like jet black normally.
Is it really?
No. I'm really stressed out.
Well, dude, thanks for coming in and chatting with us, bro.
Dude, for sure. Thanks,
Upcoming dates, the Fitzgerald Theater for Matt McCusker, Hoyt Sherman Place, Des Moines, St. Paul, Phoenix, Tucson. Phoenix and Tucson, man. You guys got to show up. Toronto, oh, the Elgin's a cool spot, dude.
Toronto's been good. I'm happy with Toronto.
And Chicago, let's go.
Yeah, that's my. I'm stoked on that. Dude, thank you for that.
Yeah, dude, thanks for. And I got to come and do you guys a show again when I'm back
Dude,
in town.
please do. That'd be awesome.
Next time it's
Yeah.
we got to come and do. We did that one last time with Lemaire.
It was awesome, dude. Yeah, yeah. Dude,
Blankies or whatever I think it's
Blankies.
called.
Blankies was great. I think that might have been an all-time episode for real.
That was
awesome.
fun. Yeah, dude, it's fun when you sit down. So thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, tell Brittany thanks for inviting me to the party.
For sure.
It was a good time.
Thanks for coming.
Dude, it was great. I'm glad I got to see you and just be there for you. So many people love you. It's so many. It's so funny. You're like the one guy when you say something like, "Oh man, McCusker, he's a great guy." It's almost like you're dead. But they say that shit about you while you were alive. It is kind of fucked up. They're like, God, if he were here right now, we would fucking. I dug him.
He was a great guy. It's nice to be getting eulogized. Just like, yeah, he was a great guy.
When you get living eulogies, dude, I think you're doing a good job, man. Thanks for all your service to humanity, dude. And Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. And what's the new history podcast called?
It's just on our Patreon. It's
Okay.
just, that's just a thing I do on our Patreon. Shane was gone filming, so I had to just read books. I had to rely on like cool books, you know. That was kind of good, but it was it was like I can't just make up stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had the books. Yeah, man.
Thanks, bro. Thank you for everything, dude. Good to see you.
Dude, appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna fade.
Number one,
And ta-dam!
I'm done learning.
I am done learning.
Absolutely false.
I am done learning. I am never.
No, I always learning all the time.
Actually, I don't think I'm done learning, and I don't think anyone is done.
That blew up and that's what killed him. And then that microphone was made here in Tennessee. And then 2 weeks after that, the factory was made at blew to smithereens. And like 16 people died, which is just a kind of a crazy, like, that's one of the wildest kind of like, that's one of the most interesting theories that I've heard.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there these days, and I was just with some like bros in Minnesota, and they were kind of asking me about these conspiracy theories because they were like, "Oh, he knows more than I do." I think that a lot of it is fucking bullshit, and people just want something to like hang on to. I don't disagree on like certain points, but you have to be really smart and selective to decipher the conspiracy theories that are out there and like realize which ones have like even a little bit of truth. But why as a society like do we hang on to these so much? Like
Conspiracy theories?
yeah, because it's like,
Well,
bro, we love drama as humans, basically.
We
Like,
do.
we just love fucking bad news, and we love to like.
we have become
gossip.
yes.
This is
Gossip
the fucking problem.
It is a problem.
And so, conspiracy theories give people a reason to fucking gossip and like just it's just like something to do, bro. People are bored.
Well,
like
also-
I've never met a rich person who's doing dope shit in life that gives a fuck about any of this shit because they just have better shit to do. That's the problem. Is that people need to go get a job and have a purpose, and
We're at a point, though, I think, where people can't trust mainstream media. They don't trust it. It's heavily owned by a couple of corporations, and so I think that created a lot of this space for, like, just outlier investigators, outlier people asking questions. When there's that famous thing during.
this is the problem. Is all of it has become an entertainment product.
It's all the WWE. I've been saying this for years.
Exactly,
Everything is the WWE.
So this person who's claiming to tell the truth starts to dabble in like a little bit of like fun because it's gonna get more views. I mean, it goes back to a lot of these people. And
But you understand that? I mean, you guys have done it.
this is why I understand it.
Got it. Ah, I see what you're
It's because I do this, but the difference is I'm not doing it on things that like affect the world, and I'm not talking about missiles and Iran and fucking Israel and Charlie Kirk. I'm like talking shit to Conor McGregor.
Right.
So I'm down to like entertain when it's in the entertainment world.
Got it.
When it's in politics, like people shouldn't fuck around. And so like, who is telling the truth these days?
Yeah. And I wish you'd think with all this technology or something, there would be able to be like a truth filter you could put over something on your phone. But then I guess it would be like, what is the arbiter of the truth? Like, it's like a lot of these like AI models now. It's like they have information that's put into them, so they're only going to spit out whatever, like the information is controlled, so you're only going to get answers that are based on it. One thing you said that I did want to say that I thought was interesting was during the Roman Empire, a lot of the politicians also had to fight on the battlefield. So that was one thing that I thought was really amazing about those times, where it's like if they were going to make choices that affected the lives of like the citizens, of the military, of like the farmer who was putting down his pitchfork and picking up a sword, like they had to be out there as leaders as well. And I feel like that's where some of your energy comes from. And so I think I admire that
No, I
concept.
think it's dope, and I agree. Like, if I ever was running for office, I would also be like super down to have an AR-15 and fucking shoot these motherfuckers.
I'd have a fucking gun and a shield.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Who has that, dude?
I'm down to die, bro. I think I put that on the line with Anthony Joshua. Like, I'm down for this shit, bro. But like, I think you're right. That's a really good point, actually. Like, Trump should be on the front lines.
Or Barron.
I don't know if he's old enough yet.
He might be too tall to be out there, too, dude.
That dude get his head clipped. Bro's a big target.
He would fucking, just be.
He's gonna stand out, bro, and he's good looking, and so like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that guy, fucking get him. This is a funny question. If aliens came to Earth, which human would you want them to meet? Only could meet one human. Which human?
Oh, I think. I don't know if you send like a brother over there.
Probably like Paul Rudd.
Probably NBA Youngboy. Because I think that would just be. Yeah. Well, have you seen that? Who's that guy?
You know what? I was thinking the same.
Let's go, dude. And welcome to America's last brain cell. I'm Theo Vaughn, and this is Jake Paul. Oh, dude, what about your freaking mom was trying to freaking holler at me? Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah,
What was
yeah.
happening?
Yeah,
I
my
thought she
mom.
was married.
She is. They're in a great relationship. I love my mom and stepdad. Damn, am I only gonna get in trouble? Is this bad?
And Derek, is that your stepdad? Rick, Derek,
David.
David. I was wondering the other day. I was like, what is his stepdad's name?
Okay, so this, I mean, philosophically,
What?
philosophically, if a woman is in a relationship for 30 years with
Yeah.
a normal guy,
For sure.
and then the fucking mohawk comes out with Theo Von, she might start flirting, bro.
When you see the Lord's parakeet,
Exactly my
saying?
point, dog.
you gotta fucking.
And my mom is the goat. She's a life maxer, so she's gonna life max, and she's pulling up pictures.
Oh yeah, that's who she is right there. That's Pam.
So-
I am, boy.
Bro.
Pam. I am.
Would you have done it though?
And by done it, what do you mean? Take her out for ice cream or a film? Yes. Are you talking about like? What are you talking about? I would have taken her for ice cream. I'd have had her home early.
And that's why I approve of your guys'.
Yes, dude.
Good answer. Political answer.
I'd be a good stepdad though, dude.
Bro, if you were my stepdad, I'd be so happy, bro.
Bro, I would.
That's all I need in life, honestly.
I would let y'all smoke. Not in the house or something, but I would let y'all smoke.
Which kind of smoke?
Huh? Smoke dope. Smoke it outside. I don't give a shit. As long as you don't smoke outside of our bedroom window or something while we're trying to
do you
rest.
think my mom's hot?
Huh? I think she's a beautiful lady. I like
Do you
her.
think she's hot?
I don't know. I'd have to see her again in person.
She did the splits for you, bro.
Oh my God, she did. I think I have some photos of that. Dude, your dad was right there. I was like, what are we doing here? You know?
That's my no. They're divorced. That's not her husband. That was their.
Oh,
That was my dad and mom, but they're divorced.
okay. Got it. Yeah, but I don't know. I think he even was like, you know, I'll tell you what not to do. You know, I think he said some stuff like that to me. So I think there was like a mix of like energy there. But yeah, I know, and she's an author. I admire that. I know she just came out with a book, right?
Yeah.
Fuck the Paulies.
Fuck the Pauls.
Fuck the Pauls.
Yeah. Great book, by the way. For
Fuck the Pauls.
I would say like mostly if people have an interest in like fame and navigating it, I think it's a good book.
What effect do you think she had over the years on, like, did she kind of, was she ever like an orchestrator of things, or was she just kind of like somebody who was just supporting in the distance? Like, because it's interesting how a mom reacts to, like, I think their son's journey through popularity, and like, because for a while they're just their son, and then they're kind of like a pseudo sibling or something to everybody, in a way, you know?
Yeah, I definitely like supporting from afar. But like more recently she's gotten more involved in like knowing who she is and being like fuck you to these certain people in my life that aren't good. So she's become more of a protector. I think at first me and my brother were like teaching her, and she's a very smart lady, but I think it was such a new world for her of social media, and so I think she always was giving her 100% best effort to help in any way possible. And that came across in different ways, but I think more recently she's become more of a protector and more opinionated, and she has more confidence in her opinions, and I think that's been good for both Logan and I.
Do you think that you guys' careers have allowed you to see a new side of your mom that you are really, that makes you like have even some more unique thoughts about her? Does that make any sense?
No, 100%. Yeah,
like admire her more, or
yeah, that's what it was. Is admiring her more, because like I was built for this and destined for it, and you don't know if your parents are always on that same wavelength. And I think a lot of celebrities and their parents probably don't even get along or talk or are involved. Like, I see a lot of that. And it turns out that she was fucking built for this and she's ready for the fire, which is gangster. And I was like, that's my fucking mom.
And that's my freaking wife.
Yes. No,
That's my first name.
bro.
Dude, I'm just saying, take us to an award show. But yeah, I would take her somewhere nice. I
Like,
would.
what restaurant you think? Or
Oh, I know where I would take her. A place that has a golf course, but we don't play golf. We're just gonna go eat there.
nice.
Watch the rich people come in. Oh, there's Tom. You know, shit like that.
Leonard. Oh yes, he has an institutional financial estate.
Yeah, there he is.
Shout
right
out,
there.
Leonard.
Yeah. He has a tramp stamp on his back too. Don't tell anybody.
He got kind of crazy one month in the fucking Hamptons. Oh, fucking Leonard's crazy.
Yeah. And I would just let her drink wine, and I wouldn't drink any, but I would smell her breath every now and then to get a hit of it. You know, just to get the fucking grapes in my nose, boy.
How much would you like huff it?
Oh, I'd take a good whiff, dude. I would reverse boof it. I would put a straw in her mouth and then just suck the fucking wine smoke out of her fucking throat. This is getting bad. Dear God. I just ordered a fucking, what am I, some kind of fucking smut?
Bro, I need
sommelier?
another whiskey blue raspberry. Can you fucking get it for me?
Yeah, go get him
It's
one,
in
dude.
the
What
fucking
the fuck?
refrigerator. So, yeah. So
Yeah, and there's ice in the fridge. But no, I think I've gotten to know her a little bit over the years just by seeing her here and there, and I think her energy and I think it's something nice when you get a chance in your life to see your mom in a different way.
Mhm.
And I
That's
think
what happened.
Yeah, and I think it's almost like a beautiful thing in a way. You almost get to see somebody grow into something different at some point in their life is really special. Whether that's and it can be in any way, but I think so yeah, I could really imagine that's nice.
No, exactly, and like a lot, I've noticed a lot of people don't change, and they just like get stuck in their same patterns, and especially when they're older. Because if you've been doing something for 40 or 50 years, you're gonna like get stuck in that rut. And so to like see her change and actually be able to like evolve is beautiful. And I noticed it with my dad as well. He's a little bit more behind, but he's doing it and he's doing the work, and that's beautiful.
That's awesome, man. I think it's cool. Like whenever, like, as a child, you get to be a part of something like that and see that, and like I think there's a lot of like, kind of like growth and moments there for ourselves and our parents. You know, yeah, being a son is an interesting responsibility when you realize that it's not just like one of taking in a way, and I don't mean that it just because that's how it is when you think it's just like this one way sort of thing.
It is like you're like, until you're like conscious enough to not take from your parents, it really is a one-way relationship.
Yeah.
It's the first one-way relationship in your life. Do you have kids, or like what's going on? No wife.
I don't have any kids. I'm not dating right now. I'm just working on myself, and so it's been like the last year's been kind of tough. With just like just staying on track, and then I realized I was just kind of putting myself like in like just things that I wasn't like, they weren't like all like rungs on the ladder towards my goal, you know? Some of them were fun rungs and things like that, but it just wasn't where I needed to be. And like some of the sobriety's been a little bit tough over the past year or so. But right now I'm doing better than I've done in a long time. And so, yeah, I feel good about that.
It's hard.
It is. I need to go.
Especially for you in like your position and all of those things. Like people, it's hard to find the right person that doesn't have the wrong intentions.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a decent judge of that kind of stuff. I think I'm enjoying kind of not having to date and do things like that.
The problem is you can't judge it until it's like time. Because people are good actors these days. So
How did you know your girl was the right one for you?
I think
Was there like an experience y'all had together or like a thing?
being at the same level, like in terms of wealth or fame or stature, because then you know there's like not games. So yeah, you might have to like find a famous girl. I don't know.
I don't know.
But they also could like understand like
Yeah, right.
like you go to like a waitress girl today and you're like, Theo's like, oh, I had a podcast with Jake Paul and we talked about blackface. It was fucking insane and it's gonna break the internet and let's see what happens. And then she's just like, yeah, I'm a waitress, like, do you want a shot? Like, she's not gonna understand the importance of that or you or like what you did.
I think, yeah, there could be some that. But if she goes, well, I know what you're going to have, the blackened salmon. If she said that as a joke, then I would know, okay, maybe this bitch is fucking, she has at least has a sense of humor. So a sense of humor is big for me. I do think, like, yeah, there's some things it's like, you also don't want to add discomfort to someone's life. I don't want to add, like, if some of my, like, bullshit or the little things that I'm involved in, I don't want that to mess up somebody's life. If you know, like,
But that's also why the like famous girl would be good, because
I gotta
she's already like balls deep.
I gotta meet one. I will one of these days when I get back out there. I saw that you and your father do ayahuasca? Who did it?
Yes, yeah.
I've been there a few times, man.
Aya?
Yeah.
Okay.
And thank God. I mean, dude, I'll even fucking talk to this bitch every now and then. Once you've done ayahuasca, dude, you look at a house plant way different. You're like, how are you boys this morning, you know, huh? 10 and 2, you know?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've talked to...
Have you talked about this ad nauseum? I didn't know if you have.
Well, about what?
Hey, have you talked about this so much? I didn't even know. If you
No.
have.
No, I'm saying after doing ayahuasca, I like grab steel sometimes or like aluminum and metal and be like talk to it because it's a living object. People don't understand that metal is a living object. So that sounds fucking insane, but like it's no different than a plant.
Yeah.
They're atoms moving around. And so I actually talk to the items in my house to like give them better energy.
Like, let me boost your spirits today, Gus. I know you're a bookshelf, but you don't know what you're holding on to. You know what I'm saying? You've got everything. You've got the Crucible right here on your back. You've got all these freaking.
Oh God,
you've
bro.
got Moby Dick.
You're just carrying the Bible.
The 7 Bibles you have
bro,
here. Bridges
he's
of Madison
tired,
County,
bro. My bookshelf is tired, bro.
Yeah, you got Dunkirk on
you
here.
Gotta talk to it.
You have no clue what you're doing. I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but to boost up your fucking boys who are fucking carrying all your words around. I like that.
I boost up everything in my house, bro.
Where'd you guys do it at? Did somebody come to you?
I've done it like a bunch of times.
Okay.
Mostly Costa Rica.
Ooh. And did your wife go too?
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, there's the video.
And oh yeah, dude, you got the fancy one. I did it right outside of a Popeyes over there off the 101.
You just did it here?
No, off the 101 in LA. I did it near a neighborhood.
You can't do that, bro. You gotta like,
dude, the shit was popping.
but it was good. It was good.
It was popping.
Okay. Okay. What was like the biggest thing you took away from it then? Like,
oh, dude, I remember. I mean, you went like a deep thing.
yeah.
There was a point like I remember this feeling that I had when I was a kid that maybe if I was a girl that my parents would love me more, that so I was like, there was like this weird like just questioning of who I was or something. I remember that was like a crazy thought that I had when I was a kid.
I mean, that's like a comparable thing, which goes back to like, then they probably probably made you feel compared or some weird shit. Like, I don't know how to psychoanalyze all of
Yeah,
that.
no.
But
But it was something. Yeah, I just thought like maybe like they don't see me as I am, so maybe it was just a thought that as a kid. Well, maybe if I was a girl, they would see me. It was just, but that's kind of a crazy thought that a
it
kid would
is,
have.
and it sucks.
Yeah, so
That's
things like
hard.
that, and you kind of process those, like
Yeah.
you process for like a kid feeling those things.
Yep. I think the biggest one for me was self-love. It was like just like putting the mirror up of like, look at yourself, and how come you don't love yourself sometimes. And in a lot of moments I do. But I think that trickles out into a lot of other areas of life where it can not be good.
Like where it turns into like between where it turns into ego or where it turns into that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yep. And just like, yeah, just like even insecurity is a part of self-love. And so I've actually like really worked on it and gotten so much better at it, and I feel secure now. But I came from a place of insecurity, but it takes practice to get there, and to find that confidence and that love, and to know who you are and not give a fuck what anyone thinks, because I also was like judged and in public scrutiny and all of these things since I was like 19. So I think that was the biggest thing was self-love.
Yeah, dude. It's funny. We were talking about this the other day in a meeting, and thanks for sharing that with me. We're talking about. Did your dad say any wild shit while he was in there? Was he in there fucking capping?
He was, bro.
He's like, her name was Janet. Was he just yelling shit in there or whatever?
Bro, I literally had to.
Because that's crazy, bro. To sit there with one of the people that created you and to be on that journey, that seems wild to me. Was it like that, or was it not like that? And it just seemed like
It
two buddies?
was and it wasn't. I had to. I realized the like sweetest thing about my father is that he's a protector and he's a fucking warrior, and he was so high off of ayahuasca that he was like trying to like figure out where his fiance was and like protect her, and he thought that like people were like trying to attack her, and there was no one there, and he was just like, I need to protect, I need to do this, so
He's like installing fucking security systems.
literally he turned into fucking Secret Service. But
there he is right there.
Yeah,
bro.
there he is,
Drinking
bro.
soup through his head. That guy's fucking out of his dome, bro.
So it's really interesting though,
Get
like
a spoon, honky. Sorry. That's my mom driving by just telling me to brush my teeth.
so
Was his mind blown if he'd never done anything like that?
all right, so he had a stroke before this, and before ayahuasca, and I've always been into psychedelics because I'm in the sport where you get fucking hit in the head, and there's science around mushrooms creating neurogenesis as well as toad 5-MeO DMT.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Brian Johnson. I was just
He
with
just
him.
did it.
Yeah, I like relate to him in that sense. I've done it like 10 times, and so I basically like told him at some point to do it as a science thing, and these things are like actual magic in the world, and people don't understand their significance and how profound they are and how much healing can be done. And when you talk to these people from the Sonoran tribe who are like masters in the toad, and that's where they like originated it, it cures Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all of these things. The list goes on and on and on. And it's actually like shielded from. There's a reason why it's illegal in the United States because of big pharma, and etc.
Big pharma sucks, dude.
We can go down that rabbit hole, but
well, there's a law. They're trying to pass a law right now in that they're allowing ibogaine in Tennessee, and they need to pass it. It's something. All these plant medicines need to be approved.
100%.
Now, people don't need to be buying them out of a fucking one of those like skill crane machines or something like that at a Pizza Hut or whatever, you know.
But it's fucking wild that you could just go to any local place here 5 minutes away and get fucking double Moscow Mule.
Yeah.
But you can't do something that's actually good for you. What does that say about our leaders, about pharma, about insurance, all of these things? So, and there's no one's ever fucking done toad or mushrooms and like done something bad.
Yeah.
But you've seen hundreds of times where the alcoholic is shooting up a place and killing people and beating his wife. So like, what the fuck are we doing as a society? It's ass backwards. It's sad. And
I agree. I mean, I think it's awesome that you are such a proponent of that, man. Because that's a big thing that's going on right now. I think, when is that bill? Can you look it up for me? The Helping Open Pathways to Effective Treatment Act, HB 2075, is under consideration in the 2025-2026 legislative session. The bill would not legalize ibogaine for general use. Instead, it would create a state framework for FDA-supervised clinical trials targeting opioid use disorder, co-occurring substance disorders, PTSD, and related brain injury conditions, funded via a public-private matching grant structure. I'm a proponent of that. Are you?
1000%.
Amen. There, you heard that.
Fucking vote.
Let's fucking vote. Vote for Toad.
You
Dude, that's it, bro.
We love frogs and toads.
Did your relationship with your dad change after, or no? Or was it just kind of another?
Okay, so there's like a really interesting thing that happened to him. When you know the like ayahuasca experts, they've like seen everything. And my dad had a stroke, and you could viscerally see a difference in how he talked and acted. He like wasn't there. It was like lights on, no one's home, like 60%, not full on, but it was sad. And I was like, yo, like, talk to a bunch of people, blah blah blah, let's do ayahuasca. So he basically did it, and what the shamans were saying was and what they could feel. They're experts at this shit, by the way, and it's not bullshit. They don't give a fuck, bro. Like, they live in the middle of the fucking jungle in fucking Peru. They were just like, I could tell his spirit was cut, and during this experience, his spirit came back to him. And like, since that day, he's just been normal again.
No way.
Yeah. So
noticeably,
everyone notices it, and everyone was worried before. Like, they were like, "Yo, like, he's got." I don't want to use the R word,
right?
Because I would never say "read" or "fat," but like,
I don't say it.
No, me either.
I'll spray paint it on your wall.
I'll never say it.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it.
But he was like low key retarded.
Yeah. And well, that's not even. Yeah, that's fine.
It brought him back. So, yeah.
And imagine that, dude. Imagine somebody rolls into like a learning disabled class, which I was in, and I was in there for not a long time, but I did a little bit of time in there. And imagine somebody rolls in there one day, and the next day that classroom opens up, and kids can be healed. I think there's a lot of healing in this stuff. Related psychedelic evidence right there this is on Perplexity. DMT, ayahuasca's key active component, is under phase 1 trials for stroke safety and recovery potential with preclinical data indicating brain healing via neuroplasticity. Wow.
So this is science, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big problem with science. And
Yes.
it's that everything is like documented and like experiment and like measure. And there's a good side of that. But bro, these fucking people have been doing psychedelics for thousands of years and have reported studies human to human. They're not
Yeah.
fucking scientists, but they have the human to human conversation of like, yo, this actually worked.
Right.
And so that's not going to be on fucking Perplexity.
Well,
or
it's not some
ChatGPT.
gooner in a lab wearing fucking Keds who's fucking doing all this shit, you know? We're talking about real, people that are in the woods who have been doing, they know what's going on.
Exactly.
It's crazy how we've gotten so far away from like all this bullshit, like how we got so far away from all these like real healing methods that have been alive for thousands of years.
Yep.
And then we got into this just like bare Monsanto fucking bullshit where we're all just addicted to stuff and it's ruining people's lives, and then now we're getting back out of that. I feel like we're getting back out of that faster than ever, though. Do you feel that? Yeah, I think
I do. And
because we trusted our government, we trusted that that the EPA and FDA, all these things were taking care of us. But now it's like, fuck, they're making us sick. There's a healthcare that doesn't want to take care of it. It's like it's been a road.
yes, and like the best thing is that social media removed the barriers for information knowledge, and anyone can say whatever they want, and I find that the truth is like I know that the truth is like resonating more. So people like understand more about health, psychedelics, peptides, love, relationships, authenticity. There's a reason why like certain celebrities are like falling off is because they're just like, oh, you're fake as fuck. We don't like you. So I think it's a good thing. It's a great thing. And it almost goes back to like freedom of speech, but like imagine freedom of speech with marketing behind it.
Yeah, I think it's like you can hope that we're in a new revolution of some sort. You know, that's always a nice hope to have, I find. Dude, let's talk about some of these fights, dude. Who had the dumbest trunks on that you thought you're like, this fucking guy, I'm knocking this guy out just because of the trunks? Was there anybody who's just like, I can't?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like Ben Askren, I fucking love the guy. Donated to his double lung surgery, but like, bro, he just doesn't have any steez.
Yeah,
Like, he's the most like vanilla, like dumbass white guy who just like got told what to wear. Bro, it's I don't even remember it until you pulled up this photo. But like, bro, he looks like a fucking idiot.
He just wore kind of like trunks from the
You literally just like found him at a local store.
Yeah. He always had this. There was always an energy during that where it seemed like he'd just kind of woken up earlier. You know? And blessings to him, he's doing much better now. Dude, so what about MVP? You guys have promoted like 30 fights now?
Okay. You're teaching me this information. So
Okay.
Thank you.
How has that been as a promoter? How has it been different than you thought it would be? What's been like? What is some of the energy going on with that?
Yeah, like we came into the game and this was like I saw boxing as like taxi and we were Uber. And it was just like so obvious. And we operate as like a startup and me and my business partner don't need money.
Who, Jiwoo? Is that who it
I
is?
just think it's funny. No,
different guy,
this
okay.
is Nikisa.
Okay, sorry.
He's from Iran. Jiwoo. Jeff's gonna love this shit. He's gonna watch it and be like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm cool."
it. Oh, hit him,
Jiwoo it. Yo, that's good. Jeff, I think you should change your Instagram to Jiwoo it. So me and Nikisa have money from other shit and don't need to do it, and that's why our motto is always like fighter first, and that's actually like very important. So when you start there, where you like fighter first and operate as a startup, we like instantly took over and resonated with fighters and are clearly the best to work with and make our fighters the most amount of money and give them the highest percentage of the fights, etc. But on top of that, if you like just want to talk analytics, like coming into the game, I have 100 million followers or something like that. Wow. And the second biggest promoter is Dana White with like 30. So I'm like 3 times bigger than him.
Is that y'all's biggest competition then? Is it, is there another boxing? I guess there's Zuffa. Zuffa's new.
Yeah, they just started and are already making a lot of mistakes and are quite basic. And yeah, like you don't want to pay Conor Benn $15 million to do an easy ass fight against Regis right off rip, because your whole UFC model is paying fighters like 1/3 of that max, and
Do you think it sets a tough precedent for them?
exactly, they already fucked up like bad. Maybe if they were to like buy us or partner with us, they would like have such a better outcome, which I truly believe.
Could you see a world where you're a
And
partner?
I'm open to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Buy us. Like we'll help you guys not be idiots. You would, the amount of money you would spend. Like I don't have an ego, bro. I'll work with anybody.
But Danny's a very smart guy. I mean, he's
Not
never-
smart enough.
What makes you say that?
Just look at what he's doing. Like you don't not pay your fighters, bro. You don't get John Jones on the White House card. First of all, Justin Gaethje is gonna lose to Ilya on the White House card. So you have a Spaniard beating a white American on the patriotic White House card. Like, okay, big mistake, first of all. Second of all, why are you not gonna pay John Jones?
Did you think it was a financial thing with him, or
Bro, this is like one of the most profitable sports organizations in history. Their investors have gotten greedy. They're in control. They are looking at the P&Ls and being like, "Yo, like we can just keep pumping this shit." And they're not. They forgot their heart as a company. That's the problem. And so, it's dying. And also, MMA is not like a. I'm always gonna speak the truth, and I'm partners with Netflix on an MMA event. So,
well, I know you guys have that. Do you guys have that
but-
event coming up?
but MMA hasn't stood the test of time because the best people in the sport become wrestlers, and they just like hold on.
What do you mean, like CM Punk? You mean? There's a lot of great fighters in the.
No Khabib, Cosma, like
Oh, they
all these
become
people.
wrestlers. That's like
Exactly.
ground game guys.
Exactly.
Not like
Which
WWE
is,
guys.
Which is boring. No one wants to watch that.
There is a level
So
of.
it hasn't stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Boxing has been around since the 1500s. MMA is 30 years. And it's declining. And also because it's not ran properly and they're becoming greedy and it's like a super corporate organization where they're signed with Paramount. They have stockholders. It's a part of the WWE. Arya Manning, a public company, blah, blah, blah. So when they're paying fighters like 15% of the revenue, by the way, down to 10%, the investors are going to be like, yeah, we're going to make more money.
Is it
money,
down to 10%? Did
money.
they change it?
It's going down.
So you're assuming that it is.
The
going down?
NFL pays their athletes 50% of the revenue.
Got it.
So if the NFL makes $1 billion, the athletes make 500 million.
Got it.
In the UFC, it's 150 million out of $1 billion. But when you exclude Conor McGregor and John Jones from that, it becomes like 5-0, like 5%, 50 million out of $1 billion.
Because they make less, you mean the overall gross is less. So then the percentage is less.
Yeah, because that number factors in the super fights.
I am a UFC fan, and I just enjoy being associated over there. I have so much fun over there. It's such an interesting thing. Some of the business side I don't know about, but it does feel like, here's what I hear people say: the cards have gotten not as interesting, right? Because there's more cards. But you also hear people say that, like my sponsor was saying this morning, he's saying, dude, I love that I can just turn on Paramount and that the UFC is on there every week. So I think there's like, there's different avenues to go down with it, and I think that sports
What is Paramount? Like, who has that? Do you have one?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yes. I don't know if I do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I might. I probably do. I don't.
I think I have one, but like I don't know.
That's how it is. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So, but I think
Like if they were like gun to head, gonna shoot you, log in, probably couldn't figure out the login, bro.
Hilarious, dude. That's great.
So
That's fucking, bro. That's a great game show, dude.
yeah. Logindeath.com.
All right, today we fucking some dude, you pull him in blindfolded. He's like, motherfucker, you got 30 seconds to get into Spotify premium.
Everyone would die.
He gets to call his wife. You get one call, but that person can't look it up. Yeah.
You bitch.
I know.
I thought you knew this, honey.
Damn it, Stephanie.
You're the one that.
What is it?
You're the one.
Wizard 60? What is it?
Shop the new arrivals by Ashley Lux, where practical prices meet premium style, like plush boucle upholstery, warm French oak, and high-quality leather made.
You guys are co-promoting the new MMA card that's on Netflix.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing is like, bro, why are you laughing?
Bro, look at this. This is crazy, though, bro. Was there another opportunity for Ngannou to fight someone else? I mean, I know that Lenz is kind of a new name to a lot of people.
Yeah, but he's very fucking good. It's a more dangerous fight for him than who do we have as the other opponent?
It should be Ngannou versus Dan Bigfoot if y'all could find him. People would watch that shit.
We had a I forget who the fuck it was. We had a different name. Who was a bigger name and easier fight for him. So as Francis is, we joke around and fight, blah, 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 marketing, but like respect to him for doing this. And it's a very challenging fight. So it's going to be fun. And Diaz versus Perry, like it's just gangster, bro.
We just had actually Nate Diaz on. This is before we knew that you were coming on, and he was on, like, it hasn't even come out yet, but he did talk about this something. Pull up the clip that he had talked about. He talked about some of the
fights between us.
Yeah, we talked about a couple of things here. Let me see what we got in here.
I'm not fighting for MVP. I'm fighting for Netflix, and I'm fighting from Real Fight Incorporated, which I'll probably be doing next with Netflix anyway. Real Fight Entertainment on a thing and show you how to throw a real MMA fight show. I've been in the UFC for 20 years now, so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do that from Real Fighting with, I'm not working for fucking MVP like all these other motherfuckers are. I'm a UFC fighter. I'm working for me, for real fighting, and I'm hunting Jake Paul's motherfucking ass, not taking a fight with a guy who's on the comeback. Me and Conor will fight again when the time is right and it's time to fight. But it's gonna be when we're both on the uprise, not when someone's dying out. The whole fighting, even like Paul, I feel like I beat Paul.
A lot of people felt that way.
But it was his like big show, so it's like, okay, all right. But I know from experience, I ain't winning no decisions, even if I do. So watch that fight over and read the punch count in your own count without somebody else's. I won that fight too.
What do you think there, Jake? And that was Nate.
Yeah, no, I never say the word retarded. I think it's like super offensive. I would never say it. When you see someone that's retarded, like, it's just hard to like comprehend what they're saying. And I'm gonna take like a business higher level. I'm gonna take the high road.
Okay.
Because he technically is work.
But yeah, it's weird. I'm like, how do you cut loose? I think they're all scared of being cringe. They're all scared of being filmed. We were so lucky we could just get after it, fuck up, drive
really
drunk.
Think that's it?
I think that's part of it. Somebody told me that kids don't dance at dances anymore because they're too scared of go viral. You know, look at this white guy dancing like an idiot. Cringe, hashtag. I think that's part of it.
So happy to catch people doing something and ruining their whole life.
That gotcha culture. It's horrible.
It's horrible. And the type of people that want to do that, they should be shamed.
Yes.
That is a horrible behavior.
1000% agree. That's where we're at. I mean, people scan videos just to be like, gotcha. Well, you said this, you said that. They go through your old tweets, whatever it is. But we need to flip it and make those guys get in trouble.
100%. It's like when someone has a false rape accusation. How come they don't go to jail? You almost made a person go to jail.
Right.
And it turns out that they didn't do anything, and then you just skate?
Yeah.
That's insane.
They were going to go to jail.
Forever.
Forever for nothing.
For nothing.
That's
for
crazy.
something you made up. And then you just skate because you're a woman? That's insane. Or you're a guy.
Sure.
Like there's guys that had fake rape accusations against other men.
Right.
It's nuts.
I know. It's a bummer. But I guess it's human nature. It's powerful. I don't know.
I know, but we should punish the people that make fake claims.
I agree.
That's crazy.
They should have to do half the time of the sentence.
Like, think about the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp thing.
Yeah.
Like, he gets exonerated at the end of it. Everybody kind of sees her talk, and they go, oh, she made up a bunch of shit. He's okay.
Right.
But meanwhile, what happened to her? Nothing.
Well, she was humiliated, but yeah, she lost the money, I guess.
But when you falsely accuse someone of crimes,
beating
beating you,
she got a makeup lady to put shit on her.
He could have gone to jail for 10, 15, 25 years.
Cruel. That's
Crazy.
unusual. That's
and
psychopath.
Tried to ruin his life. Like, that's what, Jordan Peterson talks about that women they're experts in reputation destruction. That's what they like to do. And that's what she was trying to do with him.
Well, they can't fight.
Right.
So that's kind of their way, I guess.
You know when they kill people, you know how they do it for the most part?
Antifreeze in the oatmeal?
Poison.
Yeah, they get it slow over time.
I was reading about this lady who wrote a book about helping her children get over grief. And she sold this book because her husband died. And then they just arrested her for poisoning her husband.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. She killed
Wow.
him. Yeah, she killed him. It was in 2022.
At least they got her. How'd they find out?
She was like crocodile tears. It was so hard for me to lose my beloved Steve or whatever the fuck his name was.
Well, did you see the Rebel Wilson thing?
No, what'd she do?
Oh, J-Mo. She
that's
accused
right.
the guy of sex trafficking.
And she accused Sacha Baron Cohen of telling her to finger his asshole.
What?
When meanwhile, what he really said, it's on camera, like she was supposed to grab his ass in a scene, and he said, you stuck your finger right up my arse. Like, take it easy.
Uh-huh.
And she said, he told me to finger his asshole.
Whoa.
Something along those lines.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why would he say that?
Well, he is Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sure,
It is
sure.
Borat. He just said, So what did she accuse someone of?
She accused a guy of being a sex trafficker, I believe, with children, and they caught her on a hot mic or somebody on a hot mic saying their plan. They like spelled it out.
What?
And so she's in hot water.
Well, she should be going to jail.
Sure.
Like that, you can ruin someone's entire life. Rebel Wilson versus the Deb. What's the Deb?
Oh, okay.
4 lawsuits explode as leaked audio alleges smear campaign against producer. Well, she was another lady that used to be really big, and then she got kind of hot. She slimmed down a little bit. So what did they actually catch her? Okay, what it says, the producers... So it says, she alleged this... Page 6 reported that the dispute intensified after leaked audio raised questions about an alleged smear effort linked to a crisis PR team working on her behalf. Wilson used social media to accuse billionaire Sir Len Blavatnik of funding both the film and the legal actions against her. It dates back to 2024. Wilson accused the film's producer, including songwriter Amanda Ghost, of inappropriate behavior towards the lead, played by Charlotte McGinnis. She also accused them of embezzling funds from the film's budget, engaging in retaliatory behavior after she raised concerns and tried to block the film's premiere at the Toronto Film Festival.
Yikes.
Producers later filed a defamation suit against Wilson in Los Angeles. Wilson then filed a countersuit that expanded on her sexual harassment and embezzlement allegations. McInnes? Is it McInnes? Yeah. McInnes publicly denied Wilson's claim that Ghost had sexually harassed her and then filed her own defamation suit against Wilson in Australia. Wow. So the lady she was saying was being sexually harassed filed a defamation suit against her.
Another twist. This is when it gets good. Hollywood Reporter published leaked audio that allegedly captures members of Wilson's team discussing fake websites that would paint Ghost as a sex trafficking madam.
Wow. In the recording, one person can be heard saying, "We can't just do that. Like, oh, she's a bitch, she sucks." It's like, it's got to be really, really heavy and connected to something that heavy. Wow. Then go to jail.
Yeah,
Go to jail.
If canceling works, you can use it, you can weaponize it.
She addressed Wilson addressed the controversy in a series of Instagram stories. She says, "I was going to wait to take the stand, but the absolute bombardment on me as a person via heavily paid crisis PR firms recently has taken its toll, and it's impossible to say nothing," she wrote. She also said, "Everyone who knows me knows I a true rebel." Oh, she's a rebel because her name's Rebel. "I say it how it is." Oh, wow. Another post added, "I am pretty strong," in all caps, "and when push comes to shove, I'm going to get on the stand and tell it like it is." Holy fuck, these people are fucking crazy.
Scary stuff.
There's so many of these people that are just not just narcissists, but sociopaths at the same time.
Right.
Narcissist and sociopath, and then recently hot.
Yeah.
So it's like new powers.
Exactly. New powers.
New hot powers.
You know who I'm loving, though, is this Doja Cat.
What about her?
So she's some pop star who I don't even know. I'm an old boomer queef, but she went after Timothy Chalamet when he made fun of ballet. Did you see that whole thing?
Oh, and then she said she was just virtue signaling.
Yes,
Yeah.
which I commend her. I'm like, she apologized. She goes, "I was just trying to get clicks. I'm sorry."
That's hilarious.
That's great that she backtracked and she came clean. I love that.
It is funny that she just admitted it. She's
I
probably
know.
high. She's probably high. Like, what am I doing?
Either way,
What's wrong with me?
I'm on board. We need more of that. We need more people going, fuck, I was high and.
Well, you know, Louis C.K. said this about like social media stuff. He goes, "It's just talk, but the problem is it's written down. Like people say things all the time that aren't right. They shouldn't have said it. But when it's written down, it's like, oh, it's documented.
Yeah.
You know, and then everyone can read it forever." He goes, "But it's just talk. It's just
Right.
talk that you could read."
That's true.
It is true.
And it's in stone forever.
Right, forever.
On the internet.
And people are never going to forget it. You could say something retarded at a party when you're drunk,
Yeah.
and then call your buddy the next morning, "Bro, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I'm
Right.
sorry." But if it's written on Twitter,
Yes.
like they'll never let you forget it.
Again, why kids can't fuck around. They can't cut loose because they'll get written about.
It must be so bad.
I feel bad for them. They can't enjoy youth. Youth is when you do stupid shit.
when kids do get shamed, like it will, like if something happens to you in high school,
Oh, it's traumatizing.
it's traumatizing. And you can go back to high school. I remember going back to high school like years later, like driving by, and I would get nervous.
Yes, yeah, the
same,
pit.
the same feeling that you got when you were going to school there.
Totally.
And I didn't have a horrible high school.
No, me neither.
But still.
Still,
Now
yeah.
imagine if I did. Imagine if something terrible went down in high
Right.
school.
Oh.
And I was there. Like, oh my God.
Well, you see these poor girls who get bullied for being fat, then they become anorexic or whatever. It goes all kinds of different ways. Guys who got beat up. I got bullied pretty bad in school.
Yeah, and that can fuck with your confidence forever.
Of course.
There's some guys that get bullied in high school and they just never recover.
Yeah. Now you can do that on social media in 2 seconds, and some kid will kill himself.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
And then there's like pile-ons that people do.
Yes.
When comics do pile-ons, I'm like, good Lord. I have like a mental list of people that do pile-ons that I'm like, I'll never fuck with you again. I don't want to ever talk to you.
Right.
Ever see you. I'm like, you're waiting to turn on people.
It's strange.
Yeah.
And as Bill Burr would say, we're all eating a shit sandwich out here. Like, why do you have to make this harder?
Yeah.
We're trying to be comedians. It's like a crazy job to go for.
Well, one thing that they all have in common is they're all not doing well. Like, it's all comics that are failing.
I guess so.
Yeah, and then they're seeing all these other people that are taking off and doing really well. Like when they piled on Shane.
Yeah.
It was because Shane's talented, and they were really kind of scared of him.
Right.
Because when someone like that guy could take off, and now he has taken off, and now, now they're fucked. They can't say nothing. And then we all remember.
Of course.
Like, hey, you're the cunt that piled on.
Yeah.
And all that shit was going on with SNL. Fuck you.
You got mad at a comic for saying something inappropriate? That's what we do.
Not only that, it was completely out of context.
I know.
He was pretending to be a person who'd never been in Chinatown before, who was a racist.
Exactly.
That was his quote.
But they could get him because he had a big gig. He got a break. So now we can take that away, and that's kind of the root of it.
It's losers. You know, it's not like Chris Rock's not trying to take people's gigs away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It's only losers. It's only people that don't have anything going on.
Well, Shane's he's like fucking Buscemi and Billy Madison. He's putting that lipstick on, and he's got a list.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
He knows everybody.
Yeah, good. Fuck those people. You don't have to do anything to them, but just know them. Know them for what they really are and never fuck with them again.
Yeah, avoid them. Just keep writing jokes, keep killing, and live your life.
Keep killing. You don't need those fuckers. And there's always going to be people like that in every business, in every industry. There's always people that aren't doing so well, that haven't got their life figured out. They want to attack the people that do.
Yeah.
Bro, why do we have beers? What's up with the beers?
I brought a few in if you wanted one.
Lone Star.
I don't like that Bud Light shit. No offense.
I don't mind
Mulvaney.
it. I don't mind it, but I prefer a Lone Star.
Same. Cheers. Hey, we're mixing liquors here.
The dog's finally went to sleep.
Ah, hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, I was going to say something. Doja Cat, that was
Cunts.
big. Cunts.
A lot of cunts in the world.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of great people. I think cunts are important because they make you appreciate nice people.
Right.
You know?
If
I didn't know any cunts, maybe I wouldn't like you.
Right, but I see the cunts and I want to hug them. I want to go, come on, what are we doing?
I do too, but it doesn't always happen. You know, I made up with Marin.
I heard.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
on you. Well,
yeah.
the funny thing is, you never really started anything. It was all him.
But it's that thing. It's like he wasn't doing so good. And he's also separate from us.
He's doing great. He's in movies.
I know, but it's like he's not doing as well.
I guess.
It's all comparative.
Ah, it's so sad.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
I agree, but he's in The Joker. He's talking to Obama. He's like, he's killing it.
He should be killing it.
Yeah.
But it's like people compare themselves to other people. It's very toxic. It's very bad.
It is, but it's...
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday.
Right.
Do a better job. That's it. Figure out what you fucked up yesterday. Do better. Compare yourself to your friends and get inspiration from it.
Now, were you ever jealous of a guy?
Oh, yeah.
And you go, I wouldn't mind taking that guy down. Or that gal down.
No, I never thought
I don't
like
have that instinct either.
No,
I go,
I never wanted
"Ooh."
to take someone down, but I definitely have felt jealousy. But then I realized that's a bitch feeling. You know, and they're like, you should be inspired.
And nothing comes from it.
Nothing. But it's also, I came from a martial arts background where you have to have people better than you or as good as you around or you won't get better. Like if you're like in competition, so if you're competing against like elite people all over the country like I was doing when I was in high school and afterwards, if you don't have people in the gym that are better than you, you're going to get fucked up. Like, you need to be around the best people in the world. Like, I had national champions in my gym.
Right.
And because of that, I had to rise to a very high level. So they were very valuable to me.
Sure.
So instead of, like, being jealous, like, why is he the champ and I'm not?
Yeah.
Instead of that, you're like, I see what this guy's doing. I see what he's going through. I want to mirror his behavior. I want
Yes.
to be inspired by him.
Step it up.
And you can do that with comedy, too, with everything else.
But I will say martial arts is a more objective. That guy pinned you. That guy knocked you out.
right.
This comedy thing is subjective, and people go, I'm funnier than that guy, and I'm like, I've never seen you killed.
Right.
So
That's true. That's true.
That makes
is
it
true.
harder. That's why we love sports.
Right.
There's an ending. You got more points.
The basket goes in the net.
Exactly.
That's it. Or the ball goes in the basket. That's it.
Yeah. But that's the problem. We're so tribal now that, like, people vote the right way, or they tweet the right thing, but they're still mean as shit. Like, as Ari would say, good politics, bad people.
Yeah.
I'd rather you tweet some horrible slur, but be a nice guy. Our priorities are out of whack in society. I think we're rewarding the wrong things.
Well, we're really confused because social media is not real.
Right.
And it's not real human interaction. It's not normal. You're not supposed to be able to just write something and the people that respond just write something back. It's supposed to be dialogue.
Yeah.
People are supposed to communicate the way we're doing. That's how normal people talk. That way when someone says something nutty, instead of letting them go on for paragraph after paragraph, you go, no, that's not true. I never said that.
Yes.
I never said that. No, you're first of all, you're taking something that was sarcastic.
Yes.
And you're making it like a quote as if this is like what my real feelings were.
Yeah, and they kind of want it to be real, which is strange. They go, we hate racism. I heard this thing where they're like, Bill Burr's a racist, and somebody tweeted his wife's black, and they were like, well, sometimes people marry black women to dominate them, and you're like, give it up, man. And then his
You
wife
don't know that
tweeted-
relationship.
Yeah. Well, his wife tweeted after, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, good for her.
And you're like, there you go.
Yeah, good for her.
Just go, oh,
but
shit.
also, don't interact with those people.
Right.
These are not good faith conversations.
So do you feel good? I mean, it must be a load off with the Marin makeup.
Yeah, it was nice. I never hated that guy. It was a nice conversation. It was
Yeah.
good, and we're gonna get together when he's in town.
Oh my God, this is
We're gonna
amazing.
break bread to have dinner.
Wow.
I even invited him to the club. I'm like, come to the club. It's not what you think it is. It's like,
Yeah.
there's all walks of life. There's a ton of lesbians and gay people, and it's like the most diverse fucking place on earth. But they're all talented.
Right.
It's only diverse by accident.
Yeah.
It's diverse just because the talented people all happen to be diverse.
Yeah, it's like UFC.
Yeah.
It's like a Russian guy, a fucking Muslim
Chinese guy,
Chinese
white guy,
Korean
yeah.
guy.
It's-
Yeah.
But that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be diversity is supposed to occur naturally if you just let the best people excel.
Right.
Especially in something like comedy because there's no barrier to entry. It's an open mic night. All you have to do is write on a pad, come up with some ideas.
Right.
You don't have to have a lot of money to do it. Everybody there that starts out is broke.
Well, did you see those Oscars regulations?
Crazy.
That was a bummer because I'm a big movie guy, and that really bummed me out.
Good. Fuck the Oscars. Who cares?
I
Who
mean,
cares?
I grew up watching it. I love movies.
I
and-
know, but who
like The
cares?
Godfather, all these movies would never have been made or won.
Never. There's a ton of movies that you could never make. You never make Braveheart.
Yeah.
Right. Or Apocalypto.
Or what about
all
Boy-
brown people?
Yeah. Boys in the Hood. There's no
Right.
Asian guy in there.
Right.
And it's a great movie.
It's insane that you would have diversity quotas when you're talking about art because you're going to have what if you're doing a film about Scotland in the 1400s?
Exactly.
You can't bring Asian people into the mix. Okay? They weren't there.
But now you got to write one in, like, oh, this Asian guy's the best doctor in Scotland, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's the 1400s.
Right. If you're going to write a thing about feudal Japan, it's going to be all Japanese people.
Squid Game.
Right. Squid Games. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I love that show.
Yeah.
But,
Just like Sinners is okay.
Yeah, I
have
like
a movie
Sinners.
with all black people. Like it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's just like just make movies, and if people like it, they like it. But this
Yeah.
idea of having a diversity quota where you have to think about that, because I've talked to friends that have pitched shows, and when they pitch the show, like Bert was telling me this, he was pitching a show, and they were like, "Where's the diversity?" And he's just like sitting there like, I don't know what to tell you. It's a movie about Russians in Russia. Like, what are you fucking saying to me? Where's the diversity? What does that even fucking mean?
I know.
It doesn't have to be diverse. It just has to be good. And then if you have enough good things, you're going to have diversity across all these different films.
Yes.
Because there's going to be films about black ballerinas. There's going to be
Right.
films about, people, running in the Olympics in 1936 in Germany.
Yes.
You're going to have films that cover all the bases.
I know. And let it just happen.
Let it happen.
Let the movie be good.
Just let people create what they want to create. And then I think judging art is crazy anyway.
Well,
I think awards for art are crazy.
It's all political, too.
It's just...
Scorsese wins for The Departed. And like, that's not his best movie.
Like when they were doing the Golden Globes for podcasts, I'm like, good luck. Get out of here with that.
Right.
I didn't even submit.
I heard.
I'm like, get out of here. I'm not going to be a part of your bullshit. Like, you can just decide who's the best and who's deciding. Like, fuck off.
Exactly.
Awards for art are just nuts.
It doesn't work, and then we all go, "How'd they win? Is that because of this, or is he actually really good?" You know, and now you're questioning it, and you can't even get into it.
Well, do you remember Siskel and Ebert?
Yes.
They were the guys.
I love Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah, I loved them too until I saw the outtakes and I realized they were both cunts.
I know, but it was fun.
Going after each other. They hated each other.
Yeah, those YouTube outtakes are amazing.
Amazing. They fucking hated each other.
Oh yeah, but that was a fun show. 2 thumbs up though. It was lighter.
Yes.
It wasn't like this movie was racist.
Right.
Just like good or bad.
Right. They just judged it based on what they felt watching the movie, and they had educated takes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where a film. That's where the not awards for art, but recommendations for art by people that you appreciate.
Yes.
You know?
I just picture the Academy going, damn, that's a good movie, but, it's not a trans guy in a wheelchair. And this one does that. They used to do it with retards. That was a big thing with Oscars. It was like, oh, this guy's playing a tard. We got to give it to him.
Exactly.
And now it's more skin color based.
And then it got to Tropic Thunder where they had never go full retard.
Yeah, exactly.
They killed that genre.
Yeah.
You never see people playing handicapped people in a film anymore.
But that movie's great because it shows Robert Downey is in full black everything.
Yes.
And everybody's like, he nailed it.
I asked him about that. I said, do you think you could do that movie today? He goes, well, you could do it. It'd be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
He was the last guy to do blackface and not get canceled.
Yeah, and he fucking killed it.
Killed it. It was amazing. That movie was fucking amazing.
Amazing.
It's
had
the
everything.
last completely politically incorrect movie, and it is hilarious.
I know. It's so good.
You know who kills in that movie? Tom Cruise.
Killed it as the sleazy agent. That dancing.
That guy's so good.
He's good.
He's so good. I was just talking the other day about that movie Collateral with Jamie Foxx, where he plays a hitman.
Great movie.
That movie, I just watched it like a couple of months ago. I was like, this movie's so fucking good.
Yeah.
He's so convincing.
So scary.
As a complete psychopathic killer.
Yeah, and there's not much going on, but those two together, the chemistry was amazing.
Well, when things happen, they're so crazy.
Yes.
Like that scene in the alleyway where he shoots those 2 guys and are trying to rob him.
Great.
You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and hats off to Jamie Foxx. I mean,
he's so good in that movie.
He plays like a kind of a nerdy, scared guy, and then he can play Ray.
Yes. That guy can do anything.
Yeah, you had him on.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's great.
He's a talent.
He's a super talented guy and a really nice guy.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I've met him I met him at a gas station once.
What?
He was taking his daughter home from a martial arts class.
Wow.
And we were just pumping gas next to each other, and some guy pulls up in one of those. Have you ever seen those Rezvani trucks? You know what that is?
No.
It's a crazy, like, futuristic-looking, bulletproof car. It's like a Rezvani tank.
Wow. Pull it up.
Oh, it's cool looking.
Is it electric?
No, this is a long time ago, before electric cars. This is probably 2000. Well, there was some Teslas, the real small ones that were based on the Lotus platform back then. But this is like 2014 or 15 or something like that. That thing.
Whoa!
He pulled up in that. That's Jamie Foxx's car.
That's like a Batmobile kind of thing.
Exactly. So he pulled up next to me, and I was like, "Who's driving that fucking thing?"
Damn.
And Jamie Foxx got out. "What's up, Joe?" I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Jamie?" What do you do? But he's cool. He's like a normal dude.
Yeah, and he did it all. He did stand-up. He did a living color. He had his own sitcom, and then the movies.
Ultra talented. Can sing.
Oh yeah.
He can act, and he can act in comedy. He can act in drama. He can play a nerd. He can play a killer. He can play anything.
I just rewatched Ray. It's incredible.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah, he kills that role.
And how good is he singing it? That's him singing.
Yeah, I didn't realize Ray was such a junkie.
Was he? Yeah, that's right.
Big heroin guy. That's why he was all moving like that. Shit, he was all wonked out on the H.
You know, people say Stevie Ray Wonder could sing, or Stevie Wonder rather could sing.
Can see.
Can see.
I've
What's
heard
wrong
that.
with me?
He catches
I'm
the
trying to talk
microphone.
too fast.
The microphone falls and he catches it. So that's a big conspiracy theory. But looking back, that's like such a gentle, light conspiracy compared to what the fuck we got going on today.
I know, right?
Yeah, that Elvis is real. Like, we used to have a fun, kind of playful conspiracy.
Tupac's still alive.
Yeah. And then now it's all out of whack.
Now it's Macron's got a dick.
Exactly.
I've heard Erica Kirk's got a dick. I've heard that one.
Whoa, well, she seems thrilled right now.
She's an odd duck.
She's a kook for sure.
Ever seen a compilation of her making crazy eyes?
No.
There's a video of her making demon eyes, and every time she makes the eyes, the music. It's so ridiculous.
She's possessed.
Well, she just gets intense.
She's like the guy. What's the gang guy? What's that guy? Oh my God! Look at that. Looks like a televangelist.
Give me some volume. She's talking to Barry Weiss.
There you go.
Watch this. Pay attention to her eyes.
That they believed were controversial or even hateful, that he somehow had it coming. What do you say to people who justified, "You're sick"?
Mm.
He's a human being.
Exactly what Barry is saying. They basically said that because Charlie said or believed.
Okay.
All right. We don't need the Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's not the one that I wanted to hear.
Okay. But yeah, she seems she's having a good time. Well, she was on a reality show, you know.
Yes.
So she's a star fucker.
A little bit.
Maybe.
She was also in some weird CIA documents or CIA films.
Is that right?
Like, yeah. You ever seen those films?
No.
See if you can find those films. There's some weird, like, internal films that they made that she was a part of.
She looks like if a pageant lady, a pageant girl was grown up.
100%.
There, look at that.
Yeah, well, I mean, she essentially was a pageant lady.
Oh, really?
Right? Wasn't she in, like, Miss USA or one of the things?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wasn't she, Jamie?
Got that kind of face.
Well, there's a thing that people want, right? That attention, fame thing.
Yeah.
That is what they really want. Okay, so Jamie will find it.
It's got fireworks behind her. Wild.
Erica Kirk CIA video releases serious questions.
That's the one I just played.
Yeah.
It had a 5-second clip.
Oh, well, the full video's out there. I watched it. And it's very weird. So see if you play it. It's about EMP attacks and power grids. None of it?
Well, a gig's a gig. I think if you're a struggling actor, you take any kind of employee video or whatever.
I guarantee you that video's out there. I mean, no one can hold it. Well, there's the Jimmy Dore video there. Here it is. Look at this.
That we've presented to congressional officials. 1 being cyber, 2 being hackers, 3 being physical threats, 4th one is solar EMP, and the 5th one is man-made EMP. So the concern that we have is that we put out this critical information, and when we go over this risk analysis, they hear what we're saying, but they don't want to take action.
Well, there are 18 critical infrastructures.
She's doing a CIA informational video.
Weird.
Perhaps. Or, you know, I bet even so, you're doing an acting gig for the CIA. Who calls you for that?
Yeah.
You ever get one of those calls?
No.
No, I never got one of those calls.
My agent never hit me with that one.
Yeah. It's odd. Well, there's a lot of people that think that she was his handler. She was Charlie Kirk's handler. But of course, there's a lot of people that think I have handlers.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you got about 9 Navy SEALs out there.
They're not. They're my friends. They're not handlers. I know those guys.
Okay. Well,
you
they're
think
tough
they are?
dudes.
You think they are? They are tough
Well,
dudes. Yeah.
They know some stuff.
There's a lot of kooks out there, bro.
That's true. I mean, you just had a shooter on 6th Street.
Yeah.
Finally, a guy in Austin kills. Only with 3 people, though. All right. We don't have to get to the Austin, New York debate.
That's a stupid debate.
It's all silly. What are we doing?
That's Louis J. Gomez getting involved in these things. Settle down.
Yeah. Just more comedy, the better. Keep putting it in every city.
I know, right?
Yeah, give me more good clubs.
How's New York these days?
New York's good. I mean, we're humming. We got all these clubs opening up still. And,
More opening? Yeah.
More opening, yeah.
Nice.
It's crazy. And comedy's hot, as you know. Comedy has been...
The more fucked up the world is, the more hot comedy is.
That's probably true, yeah. Yeah, but it's legitimized now, you know? Everybody takes it seriously. Before you were kind of a clown. Now they're like, oh, let's go see some comedy and listen to them talk about Iran.
Well, I think one of the things that helped is podcasts, because people hear
Yes.
comics talk about it and they realize, like, oh, these are thinking people that are going through this, like, very bizarre art form that doesn't have a playbook.
Yes.
Right?
And we have no rules. Right. Where now Oscars have all these rules. We will never have rules. And if we do, the whole art form's fucked.
Well, they've tried to put rules in certain clubs, and those clubs always fall apart.
That's true.
You know, you can't do that.
Well, it's so fucking gay because they're all like, we love Richard Pryor. I'm like, if he was around today, you'd hate him.
Right.
He hit his wife. He was a drug addict. You know?
Right.
He
How
was a
about
psycho.
Kinison. One of the fucking greatest comics that's ever lived, completely out of his mind. And also the best example of someone who did not punch up.
Yeah.
He punched down all the time. He punched down about starving people in Africa.
Yeah, I love, but why did we decide punching down was not funny?
They're stupid.
It's hilarious.
I had a guy on once that was a professor that taught comedy, and he wrote a book on comedy. And he tried to tell me that punching down is never funny. I go, that is wrong.
That doesn't make sense.
You're wrong. I go, because Sam Kinison, one of the greatest bits of all time, was him doing a bit about the starving people in Africa.
Right. Yeah, it's a legendary bit. Dave Attell has 18 minutes on midgets. That's literally punching down. Like, they're little, but it's funny. If it's funny, it's funny.
If it's funny, it's funny. And sometimes it's funny because it's wrong.
Yes.
Sometimes it's funny. It's like, oh my God, what is saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Or Holtzman.
Holtzman, hilarious.
Perfect example. People try to take Holtzman literally. I've seen comics complain about the mothership because they let a guy come up and say these things. Like,
right.
What guy? Brian Holtzman?
Right.
Like, talk to Brian Holtzman off stage. It's Jekyll and Hyde.
Completely. Nicest guy in the world.
Sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
Friendly, loves everybody, super kind.
He's like a camp counselor. He's wearing a polo and slacks.
The nicest fella.
Yeah.
On stage, he becomes this character that he's created over the years, and it's amazing.
But we do the hierarchy thing, and by that logic, I should be able to make fun of Asians because they're doing the best.
They are doing the best.
Asians are number one, then honky, and then who knows. But so by that logic, I should be able to do a ching chong, whatever.
Right.
Because, you know, by your logic, hey, I'm punching up.
Right.
They're killing it.
They are, especially academically. I mean, they're killing it so hard that they've made rules to try to eliminate Asian people from universities.
College.
Yes, there's fucking lawsuits about it.
Yeah.
They made it more difficult. They have to get higher scores.
That's crazy.
It's not because they kill it.
They
kill
work
it so hard.
But what a crazy con. Hey, you look like that guy. We got too many of you guys who look like this.
You're trying too hard. It's like a union job. Hey, slow down, son.
Right,
You're
right.
fucking it up for the rest of us.
Yeah. But yeah, let them keep killing it. Let them be smart and invent shit and run the country. I don't care.
Exactly. Make it so that, you know, there's a legitimate competition where the other people realize, okay, we're not working as hard. They're working harder. We got to catch up.
Yeah.
You can't just slow them down and remove them. There's too many Asians in Harvard. Fuck you.
Yes. That's why Japan, you can leave a Rolex on a bench.
Yeah.
Because they're better in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
Let them be better. We don't all have to be the same.
You know, that's the same thing about Dubai. A buddy of mine moved to Dubai, and he said, he's black, and he was saying that in America, he goes, dude, I go to a nightclub, I worry about being shot. He goes, there's none of that there. And he goes, and if you could just leave a diamond, like a diamond ring on the ground, someone will pick it up and turn it into the police.
Damn.
Yeah. Because there's no theft.
How do they do that? Is that cultural? Is that raised better? What is that?
Laws. Hardcore laws. They have they have kings. They have a king over there. And like you can't fuck around. There's no fucking around. If you fuck around, they will lock you up, and that's it. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no social justice warriors. There's no people that are going to give you no cash bail and let you out because, you know, oh my God, the system's racist. No. You commit a crime, you go to fucking jail. So nobody goes to jail because nobody commits crimes.
Damn, is that what it is?
Yes.
Huh.
Checking that puts you first, right in your neighborhood. Open an account in minutes and get free mobile deposit, bill pay, and digital banking. Plus, friendly people ready to help. Our high-yield checking account offers an impressive yield on your balance. Rates require qualifying activity and may...
But
you fuck around over there? Like there's a American lady went over there and she got in arguments with people at the airport. Like, you're going to jail.
Whoa.
They just locked her up. She was yelling at people. She was trying to do the thing to do at Spirit Airlines in America. Like, not here.
Well, the fistfights on airplanes has gone up from, if you go 1960 to 2025, it's got to be up 8,000%.
What happened?
I don't know. What happened?
Why would we lose our fucking marbles?
Maybe because flights got cheaper and you get bus people on a flight. You know what I mean?
Right, bus people were the people who were cutting people's heads off on a fucking interstate truck. Yeah.
Yeah, right? I assume that's what it is. Because, you know, back in the day, they wore a suit and they had a cocktail and they smoked.
Yeah.
But taking a flight back then was a big deal.
You ever traveled by bus?
Oh yeah.
I did a few bus gigs back in the day because my car broke down and I didn't have any money.
It's
so
hell.
I had to travel by bus.
It hurts.
The people that you have to hang out with, it's like the dregs of society. We're on these Greyhounds.
It really, you know where else you see that is I still do the free breakfast at the Holiday Inn. Oh, the characters you see in there. It's like a family, then it's a guy with a neck tattoo, an ex-con, a tweaky meth guy, and then me.
I was watching a video about how people that don't stay in that hotel sneak into these hotels.
I used to do that.
Did you?
Yeah, they just walk right in. You got pajama pants on. You pull an all-nighter. You go get the free breakfast. They're not going to stop you. They assume you're staying there.
Yeah, well, just want to make it nice for everybody.
Yeah, you can make a waffle.
Yeah, but staying in a shitty hotel teaches you a lot about humans.
That's true.
That's what road gigs are really good for. You meet the people that are working the fucking counter.
Right.
Some sad, frowny-faced dude working the counter.
The crazy ones are those, like, what do they call it when you can kind of live there? They have a kitchenette.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the extended stay.
Days in.
Yeah, there's like dogs everywhere, and there's like people making crack on the stove and shit.
You know who's in a hotel now? Mickey Rourke.
Really?
Yeah, he's in a hotel in Hollywood now. He got evicted. He doesn't have any money anymore.
What?
Yeah. It's a sad story.
Oh, he was a hot guy and a great actor.
Oh, he was great.
Rumblefish.
Oh, my God, dude. So many films.
The
Angel
Wrestler.
Heart?
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude.
So good.
He was incredible. Well, Wrestler was when he was making a comeback.
Right.
So he made a comeback for a little bit. He was in Iron Man, remember? He was great. But, I don't know, man. I think
he got a lot of work done.
He did. But he made it after he got a lot of work done. He still, the comeback, the wrestling thing was after the work.
Yeah.
But the thing was, like, he did a lot of boxing.
Oh.
And remember, like, he didn't like the fact that he was, like, a big actor. He wanted to be more of a real person and a man. So he started having fights. So he's having, like, legitimate boxing, allegedly legitimate. Some of them look sus.
Sure.
Some of them look like people laid down. But when you think about that, if he's sparring, so he was sparring like James Toney and like real people, he's probably getting the fucking brains beaten out of him, and he probably went a little squirrely.
Yeah, CT's no joke.
It's no joke, dude.
That'd be the Aaron Hernandez, all those guys.
Oh yeah. Oh, a lot of these MMA fighters that I talk to, like, they're struggling.
Yeah, who are these ladies who are like, I'll date this guy?
Because they're exciting and dangerous. That's why.
Dangerous? They'll fucking hang you. I think he hung himself, actually.
Who hung himself?
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh,
yeah.
in jail, right? But he had killed a bunch of people already.
Yeah.
Like, he was killing people while he was in the NFL. Yeah, he was a wild motherfucker. But then they said when they checked his CTE after he was dead, like he had like some of the worst CTE they've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, his brain was gone.
Well, there you go.
A friend of mine who has CTE was explaining it to me, and the way the doctor was explaining to him, like most people have several steps to go to before they lose control of their impulses. Like you have an initial thought, and then your brain comes in and goes, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
And then there's another one that ramps up a little bit. This is getting serious, but let's not get out of hand. But someone with CTE, first initial thought, right into DEFCON 5.
Whoa.
They just immediately go.
No buffer.
No buffer.
Oof. You gotta have a buffer.
No impulse control. Cocaine, women, whiskey.
Right.
What it is. Like especially with booze, you add booze, loss of inhibition.
Yep.
No impulse control. Shoot out with the cops. It's like right to the worst case scenario.
Remember that Bill Burr bit? He's like, I'm driving down the street, I see a bunch of people on the sidewalk. Just quarter-inch turn to the right, I'll just mow them all down.
Yeah.
You have that thought, but then you don't do it.
Everybody has those thoughts.
Yeah, you go up on the top of a building, and you're like, I could jump.
Yeah.
You have that for a second, then you pull back.
Some people just don't have it.
I guess so.
Especially, brain damage is basically like, think about like if you have a fucked up phone. Like I dropped my phone once, and I was in Hawaii, and it just started calling people. Like,
really?
I was showing my wife, like, look at this. This is crazy. Like, you hang up, calls another person. Hang up, calls. It was just broken.
Whoa.
So that's your brain.
Right.
Right? All the wires are all fucked up, and you got holes in there.
Yeah.
CTE.
Wow.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. And, your hormones are all fucked up. Your cortisol's all fucked up.
You got to put their head in rice.
And you just, like, all of a sudden, you're just running through red lights. You don't even know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Probably kind of fun in the middle of it.
Probably not. You're probably like, am I in control of my own destiny? I'm not.
Oof, man. Yeah, we're lucky we're saying. I mean, you've taken a lot of blows.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically.
I have the right amount of brain damage. I'm not worried about things.
That's good.
I don't concern myself about things that I think would cripple a lot of people.
Right.
Eh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it makes me a little more fearless.
Yeah, it's like autism. If you have just the right amount, you're a genius.
A touch of the tism.
A touch.
Just a touch.
Yes.
You don't want to be nonverbal, but you want to be really good at math.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like blind guys who can fucking do other shit. you know?
Right.
Like
they can hear better.
Yeah, yeah. Like
echolocation.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles.
Yeah. I think I have just enough brain damage.
That's very interesting because you wonder how could you do this for so long and do comedy and do UFC and drink and smoke weed and run a club. You got a lot of irons and kids and a wife and a fucking dog and you got J-Mo and cars. You got a lot of plate spinning.
But I'm still just me because I don't have to ever be anybody but me.
But you also do a ton of work on you. You do the fucking cold plunge, the sauna, the working out, the kicking, the fighting, the comedy.
That helps. I always tell everybody that's going through anything like difficult in your life, do something more difficult voluntarily, and it makes the difficult thing easy. And so, like, a career in the public eye is very difficult psychologically.
Yeah.
So do something, like, my workouts are way harder than anything I ever experience in like, regular life.
And you do it to yourself?
Yeah, I do it to myself.
That's the key.
Yeah, so that when I'm done, like, I can kind of tolerate a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you do jiu-jitsu, like, I did jiu-jitsu for, 28 years or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, just doing that all the time is so hard that the rest of the world seems easy.
But weren't you beaten as a kid?
No.
I thought you got hit a few times. Or your mom got hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
That could have scrambled some stuff.
It definitely did. Well, it made me more attuned to the potential of domestic violence, which scares the shit out of me. But I got hit a lot.
Okay.
But in fighting.
Right.
I mean, I started training when I was 15, seriously.
Yeah.
So for all my formative years, I was getting my brains punched.
Whoa.
You know, I was getting kicked. I was getting punched, you know.
Have you thought about getting, like, that'd be cool to get a real brain scan exam on you.
I don't want to know what's in there.
All right. Just keep riding it out.
I don't want to know.
Because it's going well.
It's going well, yeah, so I'll leave it alone. But I think, like, you have to have tools for managing stress. And one of the best tools, I think, is voluntary adversity.
I
where
think
you
so,
force
too.
yourself, because it gives you discipline and you understand, like, that you can control a lot of the way you think and a lot of the way you behave by your actions.
Right.
And it's also like, I don't want to do it every time. Like today.
Yes.
Today I got in the cold plunge, and every time I do it, I'm trying to figure out ways that I could talk myself out of doing it.
Yes.
And then I have one part of my brain that's talking like a bitch, and the other part of my brain is like, shut the fuck up. You're just going to do it.
Yeah.
You're not even going to think about it. You're not going to hesitate. You're just going to lift the lid off of that thing. You're going to set the timer. You're going to slide into that 34-degree water, and you're just going to fucking sit there.
Well,
And you're not going to bitch and complain. You're just going to breathe. And don't overreact. Just deal with it.
And it keeps you in reality.
Yes.
This is real. I'm freezing.
You
Or
could die.
You could die.
You could die.
Or you're lifting weights. You're like, this sucks.
It
But
sucks.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
When you're doing sprints on the Airdyne machine, it sucks.
Well, also, the society, the population is more comfortable than ever. I mean, you got Uber Eats, you got Netflix, you got all these comforts. So they're going the other way.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of decaying.
There's
as
a
well.
guy named Michael Easter who's been on my podcast before. He wrote a book called The Comfort Crisis. Great book.
Oh, there you go.
He's a professor in UNLV, I think. But he like talks about it from like a perspective of like how to really manage and balance out life, and that comfort is your enemy. It really is.
Yeah.
It's 100% your enemy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like the desire to constantly be comfortable, it doesn't get you anywhere in life, and it doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
You think you're going to be happy if you're comfortable, you're not.
No.
You got to be comfortable sometimes, but you have to earn that comfort.
Right.
Like, I still watch TV. Like I told you, I watched that guy cook fucking an ostrich. He baked an ostrich.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I watched the whole thing. I'm sitting there like a moron.
Yeah.
Because the world's on fire. I'm like, let me watch this guy cook in Azerbaijan and go super.
But it's better to watch that than Love is Blind or some horse shit.
I can't watch those things.
I can't either.
I don't like watching people behave badly.
I feel myself being dumber.
Yeah.
I feel slower after watching that.
Yeah, I like watching interesting things about space. I was watching something about the James Webb Telescope, what they're finding out now. Yeah, some new guy that has some theory about how the universe is not expanding. And I'm fascinated by really interesting things and just people doing things that they love to do.
Well, Jimmy Carr said the key to life is 2 words: prioritize later. And that's big. You don't want to exercise, but you do it so you're healthy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to eat healthy or eat right. You want the pizza, you want the Snickers, but you think about later.
Right.
And I think that's a big one.
Right. You want your comedy to do well, you got to write.
You got to write.
Sit down in front of that fucking computer or the notebook and just concentrate and then
Yeah.
do those sets. That you go. Some of the best sets that I've ever had are the ones where I'm sitting at home going, can I get an excuse to not do this?
Of course.
I would be in my house not wanting to go to the store. And
Yes.
I was like, I don't want to do it. And then I would kill.
And you're always happy you did it
Yes.
every single time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm a big introvert, so I would always go, I can't go to that party or that thing sounds annoying. But if I go, I'm like, that was great. I had
It's
a great
weird
time.
that you're an introvert because
Big
you're so,
introvert.
but you're so good publicly.
Well, I mean, we do an art form that's pre-written.
Yeah.
So.
But you're also good like this.
But it's me and you.
But you're also good in interviews and like Good Morning America. And all those
Well,
fucking
I'm
stupid
fucking
shows.
around. I'm a
I know.
goofball,
But you know what I'm saying? Like you're really good at those.
But I can do it one-on-one, but in a group setting, I'm a mess. It's not pretty. And I sit at home and I go, I can't go, I can't, what if I say something stupid, nobody likes me, I'm annoying, and then everything tells me to stay home, but I just push it.
But don't you think it's healthier to have that perspective? Like, oh, people are gonna hate me, then everybody loves me.
Of course, yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
That doesn't work.
No.
Right?
No,
That's
no.
like whenever I talk to people, they say I get an imposter syndrome. I go, good. That means you're healthy.
Oh.
Everybody who's doing really well gets imposter syndrome.
Right, right. David Tell thinks he's a hack. He's the funniest guy on the planet.
Right? Everybody who's really killing it in life at a certain point in time goes, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why am I even doing well? Why is this so good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, are we just blessed in that way that we hate ourselves or insecure, or are we? Did we have to find that out?
Well,
because I'm jealous of the guy who's cool and collected.
Yeah, but they're probably jealous of you because you're talented. I think that the thing about it is, it's like if you really believe you're something better than you are, that prevents you from getting better than you could be.
I agree. Yeah, yeah. If you think you're great, you're fixing something and you go, that's good. I
Right.
did it. And then it falls apart.
We all remember that from like the beginnings of our career. Like there's guys that thought they killed.
Yes, yes.
And they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were bombing. No one was laughing.
Right.
And you're like,
right.
oh, that was a great set. You're like, what did you hear?
You see all these 400-pound skanks who are like, I'm a 10.
Right.
And you're like, what are you kidding? You're an ogre.
Right.
But, you know.
But that's that weird, those shows where they sit those ladies down, and I don't like those shows.
I don't like those either. They're too mean to the gals, but and like I'm calling everybody skanks, but I'm not gonna say that to a woman's face or whatever. So those make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, even the gals that deserve it, I'm like, oh God, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Don't do that to them.
No, it's
But
weird.
people love it. They love it when people get shut down.
They really do.
They love it. They love it when a really stupid person with like delusional perspective talks to a genius. And
Yeah.
It's just annihilated.
I know, but I'd feel icky leaving that studio.
Oh, I would. I feel icky watching it. Even like the little clips. I'm like, oh, what are you doing to that poor lady?
I know.
Some of them deserve it,
Sure,
arguably.
sure, yeah.
You know, they have ridiculous perspectives. Their vocabulary sucks, and they try to use it anyway.
Yeah. And look, maybe they should be. It's like cops. I see them shutting criminals down, and I'm like, thank God they're here, because I don't want to do it. I would never want to. Imagine giving someone a parking ticket. Oh, I'd kill myself.
Pulling someone over and thinking they're gonna shoot you.
Well, that's a whole
Never
nother.
know.
Yeah.
They have all those guys have PTSD.
How could you not?
I would definitely recommend TurboTax. My tax expert, she was amazing. She answered all of
I was talking to a friend of mine who worked for the Austin PD, and he said, listen, Matt, and he served overseas and was deployed several times. And he said, I saw way more shit working for the police department than I ever saw overseas.
Oh, wow.
Way more murders, way more crime, way more dead bodies,
Ugh.
way more fucked up behavior.
And then we shit on them. We go, defund them. They fuck cops, ACAB or whatever. And I'm like, we need them. We need those guys.
More of that stupid virtue signaling. Because those people, remember when that lady who was the mayor of Chicago was like all about, all about defund the police. Meanwhile, she had her block shut down. She had armed guards were there everywhere.
Right.
Like, come on, lady.
Yeah, and I get it. Cops aren't perfect. We got to have different money allotted to certain things or whatever. But
They need to be trained better for sure.
Yeah, but you can't just shit on this guy. He's taking bullets to the head just so we can be safe.
It's literally one of the most important jobs in a functioning society.
Yeah.
Is to stop criminals from ruining everything for everybody else. And
Yeah.
the only shield between us and them is police officers. And
Yes.
if you don't appreciate that, you just don't know. You're either delusional, you're arrogant, whatever
Right.
it is. You should go on a ride along.
Yes.
A lot of people that have been on ride alongs, they go on ride alongs.
Good idea.
I haven't been on one. I should just say that right away. But I know enough cops that I've talked to them. But if you go on a ride along, you'll go, oh, these guys are dealing with this for decades.
Ugh.
Not just one night, not just a couple of nights.
Yeah.
Decades of fucking chaos.
Why
The
would they do
worst.
that?
Because it's a good job. You can pay your mortgage. You can
I
raise a
guess so.
family, and you come out of the military. You don't know
Right.
what you're gonna do. You get a job in the police force.
And you feel good, probably. You go, I'm helping. I'm saving
A lot of
people's
times,
lives.
a lot of times you are helping.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're stopping bad guys.
Well, I've noticed a lot of people who hate cops are very cop-like. You know, like these people like defund the police, and they're like, don't do that joke, don't say that word. I'm like, you're like a cop.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of that. Like a lot of people who hate Trump, I notice are a lot like Trump. Like I'm not a Trump guy, but these people like they're also kind of a narcissist and an egomaniac, and I'm like, you're like him.
Like girls who are promiscuous who talk shit about girls fucking other guys.
Right.
Right? That's always the case.
Always. Yeah. It's
There's always people like that.
I think you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of like Jew Palestine. They look the same. They're not that different.
I used to do a joke about that.
No way.
Yeah, I said when I look at Israel versus Palestine, I go, it's like the Williams sisters playing each other in tennis.
Right.
I go, who the fuck is who? I go, there's a brown-skinned guy with dark curly hair throwing rocks and a brown-skinned guy with dark curly hair holding a machine gun.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
I have a similar bit about how the people who hate each other most, they look alike. Like Ireland's been fighting, North Korea, South Korea,
Right.
Bloods in the Crips.
North Korea, South Korea is the best example.
It goes on for days.
Yeah, they hate each other. You're literally in the same patch of dirt.
Russia,
you look
Ukraine.
exactly the same.
You look the
Yes,
same.
They look the same.
I know. Women.
Yeah.
They hate each other.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
Competition, though.
I know. That's primal shit.
They all want prime dick.
Yeah.
They'll get mad. Someone's getting prime dick.
Hot girl walks into a party, my wife hates her.
Really?
She's like, fuck this bitch. I'm like, she's nice. She gives to the poor. She's charitable. And she's like, I hate her.
One of my wife's friends got super upset because someone showed up at her wedding. There was a date.
Yeah.
This guy brought a date, and the date was super hot, and she had her tits out, and this lady was furious.
Yeah, it's innate.
She just overdid it.
Right. Exactly.
Listen, that lady could show up with a fucking like a Jabba the Hutt outfit on.
Yeah.
And you would hate her. She's hot. She's hot.
Right.
She could have a cloak. She could be dressed like a monk. You'd hate her. She's beautiful.
In college, I lived with a guy who was 6'9", just like this big, beefy, Midwestern football player guy. And every bar we'd go to, guys would try to fight him.
Of course.
He was like a Birkenstock wearing, kind of weed smoking guy, and every guy's like, "You got a problem? Well, you think you're tough? You think you're hot shit? You think you're better than me?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm just sitting here drinking." And he would have to fight these guys.
Bro, I've seen that happen with MMA fighters.
Really?
People try to pick fights with MMA fighters. They get drunk and they're retarded, and they just think, "Oh, fuck this guy up."
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Stupid. There's a lot of morons in this world. It's too easy to survive. It's too easy to be a moron. We need wolves in the streets. We need predators everywhere.
Right.
We need something like a real fear of consequences of their actions.
Yeah, that's why animals stay alive. You know, we talk all this shit about animals, but they're keeping it. They got gender roles. They're doing all the shit we're not supposed to do.
Not a lot of non-binary wolves.
Yeah.
They don't make it.
The male penguin gets the fish. The female watches the eggs. If he was like, I want to be a graphic designer, fuck this shit, like it would collapse.
Exactly.
It would all fall apart.
Yeah. The idea of gender roles, like, I had this lady on who was explaining the roots of feminism. It was the strangest conversation. Because she was talking about how all these people that started like radical feminism were all completely fucked up. They were all out of their fucking minds.
Right.
They're all like having all these affairs, not raising their kids, like completely self-obsessed.
Right.
And they're the ones who tricked all these women into being girl bosses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, anytime someone is too outlandish about something, there's always a trigger for that. There's always a reason. No matter what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to take down these pedophiles. And you're like, what's in your basement?
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm against pedophiles.
Well, have you seen, like, when they did this like when Pizzagate was happening. There was all these people that debunked Pizzagate. 4 of the journalists that debunked Pizzagate got arrested for either child sex crimes or child porn.
Wow, there you go.
Isn't that crazy?
It's
Guys are like, this is an unfounded conspiracy theory. This is all bullshit.
Right.
They were pervs.
It's
pedos.
like the same with Bill Cosby. Why is he so gung-ho about you pulling your pants up, speaking right, don't curse? There's something behind it. There's always something behind it.
Yes. He's the best example, right?
Yeah. Ellen is up there. Be kind, I'm dancing. And then she's the coos of the year.
Yeah. Well, I knew about that a long time ago because Fitzsimmons worked for him.
Yeah, that's right. He told everybody.
Oh, he told everybody. He told me, like, fucking decades ago. He's like, she's such a cunt.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Ellen? I was shocked.
Me too. We all
I was like,
were.
she seems so sweet. She
Yeah.
seems so nice. He's like, dude, she's fucking horrible to her staff. She's horrible to everybody. I'm like, wow.
Wow. There you go.
And it
Everybody
took
loved her.
during the pandemic when everybody was bored before it all came out.
Right,
So I
right.
was like, hey, let me tell you something about that lady.
But one interesting takeaway is the fact that she was kind of canceled for being gay in the 90s. And she came out of it and became a star. And then she got canceled for being mean. That's progress. Right?
Yeah, but people celebrated her because she got canceled for being gay. They canceled her show. Isn't that nuts? Like, you could get a show on the air now if you were playing a gay character.
Right.
They'd be like, ooh, diversity.
Yes.
This is like going to get greenlit.
Yeah. Well, it's funny how that gay used to be the ultimate insult when I was in high school. And now I got friends like, tell them I'm bi. I'm trying to fit in.
Right.
So it went from an insult to like a cool thing.
I'm pansexual. That's
Yes.
my favorite.
Yes.
I'll fuck everybody. That's what it is. I'm attracted to everybody. Like, that's nuts.
But in 20 years, you're going to be like, tell them I'm a child molester. I'm trying to fit in. Like, where does it end?
Well, there are academics that are trying to say that these are minor attracted persons.
I've heard of MAPS. That's bananas.
Insane.
Why aren't we talking? Why isn't that a big story?
GADSAD calls it suicidal empathy. Like you get to a point where you're trying to justify everything and empathize with everything to the point where you make horrific actions and terrible crimes justifiable.
Well, doesn't it kind of horseshoe? You know, like you see like an alt-right guy who'll draw a swastika on a synagogue, and you're like, all right, that guy's a piece of shit. But then a liberal guy will do it on a Cybertruck.
Exactly.
And you're like, what, you guys just met in the middle somehow.
Exactly.
Crazy.
You're putting swastikas on Cybertrucks because you think Elon Musk is a Nazi. Because he said, my heart goes out to you while he's trying to stop fraud and waste. And they're using the whole political machine to paint this guy as a Nazi. You're buying into it, the virtue signal.
Yeah.
And so to show that you're buying into it, you're keying Teslas.
But when you look at the steps of it, it's fascinating.
Well, it's the same.
we get there.
It's the same thing we were talking about earlier. Like the religious right is the same thing as the religious left and the Islamists.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like patterns of human behavior.
Yeah.
Where you want to point at other people and not look at yourself, and you want to think that your radical beliefs are fine,
Right.
and everybody else's radical beliefs are wrong.
But we've gotten there with politics, and that's what's scary because there's not even two parties anymore. There's two algorithms. Everybody's just seeing two totally different realities.
Yes.
Like these Iranian soccer player ladies who are too scared to go home, and you're like, where's Rapinoe?
Right.
Where's that lesbo, that loudmouth? She's a justice warrior. Do some justice.
Right. These people, their fucking family back home is being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, these people are in like real danger.
Yes, and
And
they're
no one's supporting them.
incredibly brave to do that, to show the hair, whatever they do, and they're scared to go home, and then like their family members get tortured because they won't
Yes.
come back.
Exactly.
It's fucking horrible.
Exactly. I think those people sought refuge in Australia now. I think
That's right.
where they are. Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, their whole life has been ruined. They're fucked, and no support from the left.
Yeah, give a tweet.
Zero.
Something. Hashtag.
It's crazy. Like, how do they like pick certain things
Right.
to support, and other things they just blatantly ignore?
It's fucking fascinating, and it's so contradictory.
Right.
And the right will be like abortion's bad, but then they'll have an abortion
Right.
behind the
Sneaky style.
behind the curtain. Yeah.
Or like the left will like get horribly mad at like the George Floyd violence. Like,
Right.
how did they do that to him? But then that lady in Charlotte gets stabbed on a train. Not a peep.
Oh, yeah.
Not a peep.
Not a
You
peep.
got some guy that's getting released from jail like fucking 40 times. He's a violent offender.
Right.
Over and over again. Stabs some random lady who survived the Ukraine war. She was a refugee from
Wow.
Ukraine.
And not a bad looker.
Hot.
Very hot.
That's the problem.
Ah.
Nobody feels sympathetic for a hot lady. She's got it too easy.
Well, that's correct. People are people.
Nuts.
Damn.
Nuts.
And then I feel like some of this we're saying is controversial. But how is this controversial? We're just saying what is.
In a world gone crazy, speaking sane is controversial.
That's why it feels so fucking good when shit comes back to reality. Like when, we had to call fat people beautiful. Remember that?
And they're all on Ozempic.
And they're all Ozempic. Like, what are we doing here? So now it's okay to go, all right, I like being thin. I want to be hot.
I know.
But they never go, I was lying. I lied a bunch.
I know.
I was a fat piece of shit and I hated it. Lizzo's losing weight. She was the fat champion.
I know. She's lost a lot of weight. She's
Yeah,
good now.
she looks great, but I like fat Lizzo.
And she's probably a lot healthier. It's like
I'm
better
sure.
for her.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, it's very strange. People are mad at Jelly Roll for losing weight.
Well, his name's Jelly Roll. He fucked up.
Well, now he's a jelly churro. He's lost 300 fucking pounds with pure discipline.
Is that? Come on.
Yeah, no Ozempic.
Really?
No Ozempic.
What's
No.
he doing?
He does testosterone replacement and exercise. That's it. And changed his diet. Eliminated sugar. Eliminated everything from his diet.
Because he was a big boy.
He was 500 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. He lost 300. He's in the 2s now. And,
Hey.
and 35 pounds of it is extra skin.
Ooh.
He's got crazy extra skin. He worked out with me in here. He had ran 6 miles the day before. Came into the studio before the podcast we did. He ran 2.5 miles on the treadmill. I watched him.
Wow.
Well, I mean, talking, like in great shape. He's talking while he's running, laughing, joking around.
Hey, good for him.
Super nice to everybody.
Nice.
He's the sweetest fucking guy you ever want to meet.
He's a very nice guy.
To everybody, man. He's hugging everybody. He's like a sweet, kind guy, and he's on the right path. And he's lost 300 fucking pounds.
Wow. Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
He's got to change the name.
No.
You can't be Jelly Roll and thin.
Just call him Jelly.
Eh,
I call him Jelly anyway.
Jelly's fat.
What is his real name? I've known that guy for fucking 7 years. I don't even know his real name.
Jason. You're Jason now. I'm sorry.
No, I've known him for 7 years. I met him at my club, so I've known him for 3 years.
All right.
Jason. I didn't know that. I would have
Wow.
guessed like Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But
it's cool that he's got a fake name though. That's a good move.
yeah, that's a black guy move.
Yeah, one Vanilla Ice.
Black guy move. Earthquake. They all have cool names. Lil Wayne. You gotta have a cool name for a black guy.
Right. Very few comics have done that. Earthquake's one of the few.
We had Hamburger for a
Larry
minute.
the Cable Guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a white guy doing it. Dice Clay.
Yes.
That's a fake name.
Right.
There's a couple guys did it.
Yeah, Dice Clay is just Dice. I just call him Dice.
He just kind of turned into Dice.
Yeah.
He just is Dice now.
Well, most people don't know that he was Andrew Silverstein.
Yes.
And the Dice Man was one of many characters that he did on stage.
Travolta, Jerry Lewis. He did a bunch of guys.
Oh, he's got great impressions.
He's
man.
a talent. He's a talented guy.
He's not just a talented guy. That guy is a legitimate performance artist.
Yes.
He does performance art on the street for fun, for no money, and he's literally mocking the fact that he's not famous.
Yes. That's
it's
comedy.
The most ego-free
Right.
version of that shit.
I opened for him once, and I was kind of nervous. He's a legend. And I went up to him, and I was like, "Hello, Mr. Dice. Just letting you know I'm your opener." He goes, "You want a picture?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just letting you know I'm your opener. How much time do you want me to do?" He goes, "You want a picture?" And I'm like, "I don't need a picture. Just how much time do you want me to do?" He goes, "Get over here." And he gets me in a headlock and takes a picture. And I just didn't know how much time to do. He was fucking with me.
He gave me great advice in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
I was doing news radio, and I was just doing the store and the Laugh Factory and the Improv. He's like, "You should do the road." And I said, "Really?" I go, "Why?" He goes, "You don't want to be relying on these fucking jerk-offs to make your living." He goes, "You're a funny comic." He goes, "You could be headlining all over the country, making a good living. You don't need these fucking people."
That's really nice.
It was the smartest thing that anybody ever taught me.
You got to do the road.
I had to do the road because I was doing like 15-minute sets, and then I never was really headlining for like a few years.
Yeah.
And I did back when I lived in New York, and then all of a sudden I was like, he's right. And then I started really putting together an hour, like a solid hour on the road, and it got way better.
Yeah.
My act got way better, and then I realized like if a show gets canceled, I can still make a living.
Right.
Like whereas everybody who just works in those poor comics that stop doing the road and then become writers. That's even worse than being an actor because
1000%.
nobody knows who you are and you're completely reliant on the scene to feed you, and then you have a mortgage.
Right.
Maybe you have a family, you have a wife and kids.
I
and
know,
Maybe
but
you have college you have to pay for.
Those writers' rooms are cushy though. You get air conditioning, you get snacks, and you get a health care, you get a paycheck, and you go into an office every day.
But you're writing the funny stuff that other person says.
True.
And in the back of your head, you know, like the reason why it's funny is because of my mind.
Yeah.
And no one knows who I am.
I know.
It's a velvet prison.
And then you see these 65-year-old comics back on the funny bone train because they got to make money.
And no one knows who they are.
And they can't sell a ticket.
They can't sell a ticket.
That is a bummer.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
And all these guys that missed the podcast train too.
Ooh.
A lot of those guys, like they've kind of abandoned the bitterness. But years ago, guys they were really bitter.
I remember that.
Like, are you a comic or are you a podcaster?
Right.
Like, well, I can't do both. What am I doing all day?
Yeah, it's a cheat code. People get to know you. They listen to you every day or every week, and then you get to go to their town.
Yeah. And in conversation with people, you come up with ideas.
That's true.
That's a big one.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I think this podcast saved the store.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was a part of it. I know for a fact it did. It changed everything.
You had all those guys: Santino, Theo, all those.
100%.
Kreischer.
100% changed the store. And it changed everybody's attitude towards each other because instead of being competition, like we're all struggling to try to get this one spot on a sitcom or this one host of a show, instead we're all like an asset to each other because we're guests on each other's show. Hey, could you help me promote my Netflix special? Yeah, come on. And everybody's an asset.
Yes.
Everybody helps everybody.
They help. Yeah, you're a guest on theirs, they're a guest on yours, and it's so low maintenance.
Yeah.
You just set it up in a hotel room and
And people love it because they love real conversations.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get those in this weird world where everybody's communicating on social media.
Well, it makes you think that maybe that's why actors have to play ball. Because they don't have this thing to rely on, so they gotta, play the game and bullshit each other.
The sane ones that I talk to, they talk about the deep pain that it gives them having to fucking acquiesce to these people.
Yeah. Well, I just did, I'm doing this crazy press tour with the special. I just did a late night show, and it was fun. You do the couch. You put makeup on, you put on a nice jacket, and you yuck it up for the live audience. But you're just sitting there going, that guy's got a headset and a clipboard. What is she doing over there? He's like a page. He's an intern. It's so much wasted money.
So much wasted money.
And you're like, no wonder these are kind of going away.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys.
Well, that was the thing about the complaint about the Colbert Show being canceled. They're like, you're censoring speech. But Colbert Show was losing CBS $40 to $50 million a year.
Jesus. That's wild. Well, who watches it? I mean, no offense to these guys. They're all super talented, whatever, but it's like...
The idea that they're supposed to keep that thing on the air while they're hemmorrhaging money from it is crazy.
And the guest is just like a crapshoot. Who are we getting today? Snooki? Right. Oh, great. I'm not going to watch that. Snooki. I couldn't think of anybody relevant, but, they got to sit and talk to Snooki. You got a book out, huh? Who's going to watch that?
That was Bill Hicks' old joke about Jay Leno killing himself. Do you remember that joke?
Yeah.
Sitting down next to Joey Lawrence. Hey, you got a girlfriend? Remember?
Exactly.
And then he sticks an Uzi in his mouth and it blows out his brains.
Right.
They form an NBC peacock.
Yes.
Because he's a company man to the bitter end.
Well, that's why Conan, he saw the writing on the wall and he said, I'm starting a pod.
Yeah. Well, he also left and did the TBS show, which was like way less pressure. That was a good move. Because he still get to do his own show, and people watch it that are fans. It still kept an audience, but he still stayed himself.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy, and he's
very
super,
funny guy.
Super funny.
Very funny guy.
He helped me a lot in the early days, too.
Yeah, I was on his show way, way back in the day. A friend of mine was a writer on the show in the very beginning. And when I went to the filming, their banter was all planned out. They had these big post boards with all the dialogue, and someone would be standing behind. What was the other guy's name?
Like Richter?
Yeah, Andy Richter. Someone would be standing behind Andy Richter, and someone would be standing behind Conan. And so they would read the things that they were going to say. It was all scripted out. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
That's funny, because when I did this late night show, they call you at like 10 in the morning. Like, what do you want to talk about? It's, what do you call those guys?
Yeah.
Like the producer guy who gives you and he's like, what about this? I'm like, nobody cares about that. He's like, let's talk about your writing process and how you got into stand-up. I'm like, that's just hack shit that's been done to death.
Exactly.
Let me rip. I'm a comic.
Yeah. Well, I did the Bob and Tom show once.
Oh.
And they tried to do that to me.
The
producer got upset at me. Bob and Tom were great. But
yeah. They're pros.
The producers were upset with me. He like visibly upset. He goes, well, what are you going to bring up?
Yeah.
And I go, I don't know. He's like, you don't know. I go, we're going to have fun. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I've done this a fucking million times.
Exactly.
Let's go in there and have a good time. Don't worry about it.
I did it once. I was so green that they made me write on loose leaf setups. And I wrote like 8 setups. So then he'd be like, so I hear you have a dog. And I'm like, yeah. And I do my dog bit.
Oh, it's horrible.
I know. It was like school.
That used to be all morning radio. Guys doing their act on the radio.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. Fake. You know what changed that? Opie and Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Opie and Anthony was the beginning of podcasts.
Not Stern?
No, Stern was the beginning of free speech. Stern was the beginning of, like, being wild on the radio. He's the GOAT. Like, if it wasn't for him, none of this, we would have no podcast. Well, I don't know if we wouldn't have a podcast, but the evolution of it would have been stalled radically.
Yeah.
He was the guy that stuck his neck out. He was the guy that got fined. Like, during the Bush administration, people forget about that. They were going after him for indecency.
Oh, yeah.
Not blasphemy, obscenity. They were fining the fucking stations in insane amounts of money.
Right.
But he was so big that he stayed alive and survived that. But then Opie and Anthony came along, and it was totally different. It was just wild and loose.
Yeah.
And it was just Norton and Voss and Patrice and
Louis, Quinn,
Louis and all of us.
Apollo.
And Ari, and we would all go in, and I loved going there.
Yeah.
I loved going. And then when Anthony started doing live from the compound, so he had this sick house in Long Island. They made a ton of money.
Oh, yeah.
He had this sick house in Long Island, and he built his own studio in his basement so he could live stream.
Oh,
And he had like Guinness on tap, and he had like real professional microphones and cameras, and it was nuts.
Freedom.
And I was like, wow, that's it. Like, and they were trying to get him to stop doing it.
Really?
They were saying, yeah, this is violating your contract. He goes, I'm not making any money off of this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just doing it.
Love of the game.
And they were upset that he was doing this on the internet.
Wow.
Yeah. And so and then Tom Green. Tom Green was
yeah, that was a big one.
He did his internet show.
Yeah.
But it was just totally loose. Like, there was no asking you what you wanted to talk about when you were sitting on the couch. Just came in and hung out.
Yeah.
And Tom Green's a funny guy, and he's smart and loose, and we're having a good time. And I was like, this is it. This is the future.
He was weird, innovative. He got ball surgery on air. Remember that? He got ball cancer, and he did the surgery on the show.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was ahead of the game. But these TV shows are so weird because they want comics on, but they don't want you to be a comic.
Right.
These morning shows are like, oh, what's up, funny man? And you're like, well, Ayatollah. And they're like, cut it. You know, I'm like, I'm just being me.
They're just scared.
You had me on.
They get scared. You know, they get scared of losing their job. I mean, those people are really scared because they don't have nothing. All they have is like, hey, good morning.
Right.
It's 5 past the hour. You know, here's Tom with weather.
Yeah.
It's like a bullshit fake gig.
Yeah.
So anything can take it away from them. So all the stuff that they rely on, their fucking membership at the country club, they have to pay for it. All that stuff could go away at any moment. So they live terrified.
That's a prison. You might as well be a weatherman.
Yeah. I mean, even the weatherman, same thing.
Yeah, that's a good gig, though.
I guess.
I mean, you did 8 minutes and go, the Doppler. You do some hand movements, and then you're done.
Yeah. It's just, you live in hell. We're lucky as fuck.
We're very lucky, and I'm very grateful.
We're lucky as fuck. But this platform, like the podcast platform that we all enjoy, that we all do, wouldn't have existed without Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony was the first time where comics got together, and it was completely loose.
Yeah.
It was just, there was no figuring out like what we're gonna say. Everybody was just riffing. They're all shitting on each other. And then when it went to XM, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Because then you could swear.
Right.
Oh my God, it got crazy.
If you've never heard it, go on YouTube and watch it. There's some fucking comedy gold on there.
Gold.
I mean,
especially the Patrice episodes.
Yes.
Oh my God, he was so good.
That's where he really shined. You know, him and Louis together talking about black versus Mexican was amazing. And they do one episode where they talk about where the N-word came from. And Louis goes, well, I think it was just a bunch of guys being N-words. You never heard shit like that.
Right.
It was comedy gold.
Well, you could be free. And then Tough Crowd.
Yeah, that was another one.
Another kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where comics just got together and Colin Quinn was hosting it. And he's hilarious, and everybody's just riffing and fucking around, and Norton's chiming in,
Yes.
Nick DiPaolo's chiming in, and Greg Giraldo when he was alive.
Oh, brilliant guy.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, but comedy's weird because, like, I get my special out. It's only been out like a day or two, but I'm getting all these nice messages. I love that bit. I love that bit. And those are the bits that didn't really do as well as some of the other ones. Isn't that weird how that works?
Well, sometimes people just like something clever that's different than the way they think. Like, oh, I like that.
Right.
Like, it isn't, there's bits that are just hilarious, and there's other bits that just make me smile. Like, that's fucking great. That's a great bit.
That's true.
Just like Hicks said that once. Like, if it's not going to be funny, at least make it interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, be funny, but just be you.
But if you can be both,
yes,
that's the winner.
That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.
And it's just this fucking constant dance, and then as soon as it's over, oh my God, I'm starting from scratch.
Oh, that's where I'm at. I got the special out. I'm back to square one. I'm the worst comic in America right now.
You gonna be at the club tonight?
I'll be there.
Joey's at the club tonight.
Oh.
Joey Diaz is headlining.
I don't want to follow him with my harsh shit.
No, he'll be headlining. So
okay, great.
Fine. No one has to follow him. He's a fucking animal. He's on fire right now.
Really?
He's on fire. Yeah, because he's been doing these residencies. He's been doing casinos in Philadelphia.
Oh,
he's been doing shows all around New York and New Jersey.
Yeah.
He's killing it right now.
Oh, good.
I'm still trying to get him to move out here. I'm trying.
I can see that.
I'm gonna have to get him a place. I think I might have to buy a place.
A little warm out here, though. He's a sweaty Cuban.
He'll deal with it.
All
It's
right.
hot, too.
That's a good point. I mean, really, right now.
He don't really complain about heat that much.
All right.
Joey complains about assholes, pussies. These fucking mokes, these white people. Joe Rogan, you're around these fucking white people too much.
Yeah, well, New York's the weirdest because you walk by a hobo jerking off, and then I'll tell a zinger and be like, easy.
Right.
Isn't that weird? I'm like, there's a dead guy on 3rd Street and in the subway you took here, and then I tell a joke and be like, whoa, buddy.
Well, it'll turn around. It just has to, like, culture goes in these big waves.
Yeah.
It's like a seesaw. It goes up, it goes down, it goes back, it goes forth.
It just feels like with young people, there's an HR vibe in the young world.
We think that's the world they have to live in every day at work.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They go from the university where they're taught that shit, and then they go to a job where they're taught that shit, and that shit can actually help them get ahead.
Right.
And if you enforce it, like people are like, oh, they're scared, they'll help you, they'll move you ahead.
Yeah.
You know, if you push these values and push these ideas, like it'll help. And then there's people that are their whole job is just enforcing that stuff.
Yeah. And those people are fucked up.
Those are scary.
HR people are the wackiest nuts on the planet.
Those are scary. Because those are the fucking the hall pass monitors.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's kind of like Asian porn. You know, Asians are the most repressed people, and their porn is bananas because they got to get it out.
You know what's nuts about some of their porn? They have to blur out the genitals.
I know. Silly.
Help me out.
What are we doing here?
Help me out.
Yeah, that's
like
a tiny
I don't get to
pixel.
see her asshole where she's shitting in a guy's mouth. This is crazy.
This
is legitimately crazy.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like in the 90s, you couldn't say fuck, but you could say the N-word on TV.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live.
Exactly.
Right.
You could say the N-word.
That's that Chevy Chase, Richard Pryor thing?
Yes, exactly. But you couldn't say fuck
right.
at all. So it's funny how we take certain, like, that's okay, but not that.
I know. People are always looking to tell people what to do.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
And that's not new.
They're always looking to define people as being worse than them. Like, that's a bad person.
Right.
I'm a good person.
Yes.
And they're always looking to tell people what to do.
Yeah. That's all the time, you know.
Yeah, sure.
These old, you know. But it just keeps shifting. Like in the 50s, you couldn't have a man and a woman in the same bed, but you could smoke in front of a baby. And now you can have people fucking on TV, but smoking is like they have a disclaimer.
There's always going to be bitches in this world ruin it for everybody. No matter what you do, there's always going to be people that try to find a loophole, try to find some fucking cheat code, sneak their way to the top, take Ozempic, do what they got to do.
I guess so, but we're all going to die one day, folks. You might as well have a good time.
You should be having a good time before you die. Don't wait till you die and go, I should have had more fun.
Yeah, well, don't have too much fun. Bert Kreischer's, he quit drinking.
He had to.
He
was
got
dying.
blood clots.
Yeah.
And
probably he took 4 of those fucking things.
Really?
Yeah, he had to keep taking them because he was doing projects.
Oh, yeah.
He kept telling me he needs another booster in order to do this new thing.
Well, what happened to his tour bus?
What happened to his tour bus?
Oh, J-Mo! His tour bus caught on fire.
When did this happen?
I think 3 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a flat tire and then just randomly, like, I think they got another ride, and like while they were getting their ride, it caught on fire.
What happened?
They could have been in there.
I think he might be smartly saving it for a podcast or something.
Oh shit! Well, it's all over the news too.
Yeah, they just showed the fire, but I don't think that they said like caused it.
He did a big Instagram live about it. I didn't watch it, but yeah, that thing is torched. It looks like Gaza footage.
Bert's the type of guy who might light his tour bus on fire just for clicks.
Look at that.
Whoa. Comedian Bert Pressure's tour bus destroyed by fire in Minnesota. Yeah, the fucking Antifa got him.
Yeah, well, Minnesota's cursed, man.
Fire is unknown. Yeah, Antifa. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. It's the anti-ice people. We're all safe, but my bus is gone. God works in mysterious ways. What? Oh, he lit it on fire. Well, as soon as you say God works in mysterious ways,
look at that thing.
That's nuts.
Something can't stop the machine.
Wow, that's crazy.
Something's burning.
That's gotta suck, because that was a very expensive tour bus.
Yeah.
He was always on that.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
I have never had the desire to get a tour bus.
I don't like it either. I've opened for Bert on the bus, and it's fun, but I couldn't do that all day, every day.
Well, I don't get hammered like he does. So it's like this idea of just touring around. But like my friends that are musicians, like Sturgill Simpson, he loves being on the bus.
Yeah, some people love it.
He said it's like a living room that you travel around in. They're all strumming along, singing songs, partying, laughing, watching movies.
I guess that's nice. I'll give you a flight. I'll get there in 10 minutes. You're traveling all night.
I need to go to the gym. I need to eat steak.
Right.
Nice restaurant. I don't like doing that.
I'm with you. And that bed is like a coffin. And you feel the bump of the road, and you're like, oh, we can turn off any minute on the highway.
Crashing.
Exactly.
What about a guy driving falls asleep?
Oh, and those aren't the most stand-up guys driving those, but they're like ex-cons and pedophiles and whatnot.
It's weird. Also, I've never done those long tours like that. I don't like those.
I don't either.
I think they're bad for you.
Well, also we got kids, so I like to get in, get back. Get in, get back.
Yeah, I've always done that. I've always done like a week, except one time I did the Maxim comedy tour with Charlie Murphy and John Heffron.
Whoa.
We did 22 dates in a month, and I hated it because I'd be waking up and I'm like, where am I? I didn't know where I was.
You're right.
Because you're always on the road.
22 dates is crazy.
It was nuts.
In a row. You don't even know what day it is.
But by the end of that month, whoo, you're sharp.
You're tight.
Oh, you're sharp.
Yeah.
You're just out there murdering. You just like your timing is on point. Everything is just rock solid.
And in a weird group, Heffron, Murphy, and you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of range.
It was fun.
Heffron's funny.
He's fun. He's really funny.
Clean too, I think.
Well, he mixes it up. He's not clean off stage. Off stage is hilarious. He's just hilarious, period. He's a really good joke writer, too. And this was like he had come off of Last Comic Standing.
Right.
He won that.
Right.
And then Charlie was the best.
Oh,
Charlie, she was
I never met him.
Such a good dude.
Really?
Such a real man. Just
Yeah.
a real solid dude.
Well, Eddie Murphy always talks about he was kind of his protector. Like if you talk shit about Eddie Murphy, he would just go beat you up.
Oh, yeah. Well, Charlie was a legitimate martial artist.
Oh, is that? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He fought karate tournaments and shit. Yeah. Yeah, we talked a lot about martial arts.
Wow.
He knew his shit, for sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
I
knew
just
how
thought
to
he was
fight.
a street guy.
No, he knew how to fight. He was a dangerous guy, but just a nice guy. Just a solid human being. I didn't even know he was sick, man. I had no idea until he died. And
Cancer?
He kept it quiet. Just like Norm did.
Yeah.
No one knew. Norm was talking about moving to Austin.
No
he was talking
way.
about coming out here. Yeah.
Wow.
And then just fucking died.
That's so commendable in this like victim culture. He could have gotten so many points off that, and he just wrote it out.
Apparently, he had been fighting cancer for a long time.
Yeah.
And if you look at him, like when he got real puffy for a while, that was probably what was going on.
Ah.
Yeah, he was probably battling cancer.
If you watch his old, I'm talking 80s clips, he's holding his stomach, like on Letterman, because he had stomach cancer. And that's why he always touched his stomach, because I think it hurt.
He had it for that long?
He had it because he had it, and then he kind of beat it, and it came back. Yeah. Crazy. He's a hero.
Oh, man.
Is there a funnier guy than Norm? I mean,
one of the funniest guys of all time.
Funny on a podcast, funny on stand-up, funny in movies.
Funny talking to him in the hallway of the store.
Yes, exactly.
And just a great guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
A great guy. And, and would go after people who are cunts online, too.
Yeah, he did.
Seth Simon guy went after him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one day I'm gonna meet you in real life.
Whoa. He wrote Shane a nice, Shane showed me the email after he got in trouble.
He was a solid dude. He was real solid and fucking funny, man.
So brilliant.
So funny.
Enlightened. And he was like a Dostoevsky reader, and everybody thought he was this, dumb guy.
I sat next to him randomly on a flight twice.
Don't do the smoking story.
I did already.
All right. We've all heard it too many times.
Sorry. But just randomly sitting next to him on a flight. It was such a treat.
That's a gift.
Just to hang out with him for fucking hours on a plane, just laughing, talking.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe over here.
Solid dude. There's good people out there.
Yeah.
They exist.
Yeah. He was great. and he changed Weekend Update.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that he got fired for being funny. He told the truth. He told the truth about OJ killing his wife, and he got in trouble.
Is that what happened? Is
That's
that how
what
he
it
got
was.
fired from Weekend Update?
Because Ohlmeyer was like the head of NBC, and he was friends with OJ. So he was like, "Stop shitting on OJ. He's a friend of mine." He's like, "I can't. He's a murderer."
That's crazy. He
Yeah.
told him to stop shitting on OJ?
And he kept doing it. And he got fired.
Really?
That's what it was.
That's crazy. Let me hear what he said. Back it up.
And now the fake news. Well, it is finally official.
I'll be honest, we can't.
You can't play it?
No,
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
We'll get in trouble.
Yeah, you can see it. It's amazing. He's got a whole compilation.
Let's wrap this bitch up. Bring it home.
All right.
Mark Norman, man.
Hey,
Appreciate you, brother.
New special.
New
check it out.
special out on Netflix. I know it's hilarious. I watched you work out some of the material. It's called None Too Pleased. It's
Oh,
available
yeah.
now. As of the time we're talking, it's number 5. I'm sure it'll boost the fuck up after this.
Hell yeah. Kick it up a notch.
And I'll see you tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Let's fucking go.
Comedy.
Bye, everybody.
If my goal was to lose my embarrassing gut and get ripped in 2026, and I had a crazy business schedule,
far does the protection of
Well,
music go?
you're not generating revenue from your car, right? So the thing is, you're generating revenue from a podcast, and their logic is if you hum, what is that song? The Sunshine of My Love? Is that what it is? You know that song that I always hum to associate with people being high out of their fucking
Yeah.
mind. You know, it goes. You can't say
do it.
If I did that, we would
Yeah.
get dinged, which is so crazy. And we were just saying, like, if you quoted a Scarface movie, Brian De Palma get all the money? If he said, "Say hello to the bad guy," would Brian De Palma get that money?
I don't think so. I think you're allowed to quote stuff, but I know
That is Brian De Palma, right? Scarface, wasn't it? I don't want to fuck that up.
You know those auditors that go around and film people, and people get mad because they're
Uh-huh.
like, "Don't film me," and they're like, "I can film whatever the fuck I want."
Right.
And they inevitably some like boomer freaks out and smacks them with a cane, and then they get 1 million views, and it's just a trap. It's a
Right.
trap.
It's a trap.
It's because inevitably someone loses their mind on them, and then that gets a ton of views. One of the ways people are dealing with that, supposedly, is playing music, like playing copyrighted music during the interaction, because
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
so then they can't make money off of it. It's a shield. It's a shield if someone's trolling you. You just start playing copyrighted music.
Did you hear that the CIA has admitted that the way they found the pilot was because of his heart rate?
Ghost murmur. That's the name of the tech.
We gotta look into this. Like, this is fucking. This is science fiction.
Yeah, it's wild.
This is full Minority Report.
It's crazy.
Science fiction level technology.
It's
They
AI.
can find a guy's heart rate.
So what I read is that I didn't understand the science part, something to do with crystals, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but AI is somehow is taking out the noise. And then you can, and from far away, they could
40 miles, I think.
40 miles. They find this guy's fucking heartbeat. He's hiding in some kind of crevice. And then they're able to go and extract him. And dude, obviously the first thing I thought when I
What else don't they tell us?
No, those robot dogs. I thought about those things having that tech and just like hearing heartbeats. And then identify, heartbeat says a lot about a person. Are they sleeping? Are they like in good shape, bad shape? You can learn so much from a heartbeat. Ghost murmur.
Oh my god.
Fucking great name too.
It's a great name.
Ghost murmur.
What sick fuck invented this? How do you even think about inventing this?
The CIA, they've been taking psychedelics forever.
What is that word?
Quantum magnetometry.
Artificial intelligence with long-range quantum magnetometry.
What the fuck is that?
Quantum means two things to me. When someone says quantum, it either means you're a bullshit artist,
yes,
and you're trying to get me with flim-flam
yes,
talk, or it means you're an actual quantum scientist,
yeah,
a quantum physicist who's gonna blow my mind with what we know about like entanglement and
sure,
the weird shit. There's this woman that I've been watching her. She has this speech on, I think it's Big Think. I'll tell you her name, but she's like completely freaking me out. She's talking. I want to say her name because.
I don't want to leave away this ghost murmur thing as another key point. That's fine.
Oh, well, we'll get right to it. Michelle Thaler, that's her name, and she's an astrophysicist, and she's giving this talk about like what we know about, like she's studying binary star systems and stuff like that. And she gives this talk about, she's explaining like that there may be a tech in the future where there is no distance between 2 points. So the ability to travel instantaneously from position to position, just like quantum entangled photons.
Yeah, but with people?
With everything.
How?
Who the fuck knows how a cell phone works? You tell me how you're FaceTiming me when you're in Australia. How does that work? That sounds insane.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
For what you probably know a lot more about cameras than I do.
No,
But
I
from
don't.
what I know about cameras, if you tried to get me to explain, like if the civilization ended and I said we used to be able to capture images on a small thing, like this, the size of a twig, and it sits in your pocket.
Right,
People would be
exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
Right. God, that'd be, because it's just.
It's a deck of cards, and it'll keep a battery for 24 hours. You could go on YouTube and get an answer to any question you want about anything.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
And if you don't like the way you look, you can upload that image, and a machine will make you look slightly better via something called artificial intelligence. Like, what the fuck?
What was the one I sent you today where there's like a potential lawsuit with ChatGPT? I didn't send you the other one? Did I send it to you?
You sent it to me. The shooting was planned using ChatGPT.
I don't know if that's true, so we should be like really careful.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
It sounds so
It
crazy.
doesn't sound like you could do that.
That sounds like the story sounds like I wanted to investigate, because the story sounds like if I wanted to kill an AI company, I would make up a story like that.
It
and
does
just put
sound
out
like
there.
that. But
family of man killed in shooting Florida State University to sue ChatGPT and OpenAI
may have advised the shooter
on how to carry out shootings.
But that may have is important. Like how to
Yeah, that's really important, right? And what is this on? The Guardian?
The shooter was in constant communication with ChatGPT ahead of the shooting, and the chatbot may have advised.
Okay.
Dude, there's no way.
So that's clickbait, because all that's really saying is that the kid uses ChatGPT, which guess what? Every kid uses ChatGPT.
Every kid. And dude, ChatGPT is so stringent. Like recently, and I've been using their Codex, which builds apps, and I was trying to, and it worked. I made an AI trained on Charles Manson transcripts. And when I told it I wanted to do that, it was like, fuck off. Like, no. It was like, it just flat out was like, I'm not helping you with that. So there's no way the guardrails in place in ChatGPT plan a shooting with that guy based on my experience with it, because it won't. 80% of the things I try to get it to do, it's like, no.
Here's the thing though, are there workarounds? Like if you say you're writing a work of fiction.
You can, it's called prompt injection. There's different tricks you can use. They're always battling these new mechanisms that you can use to like get through the general prompt, but the best way to do unaligned AI is not to use ChatGPT. It's to go on Ollama and download a local LLM, and then you can usually change the initial prompt of the LLM so that it will be completely unaligned, which I had to do for the Charles Manson AI I made. I had to download.
You're such a nerd. I love it.
I am.
No one has embraced new technology and for creating content like you.
Oh, I love it. It's the best. It's so fun. For me, the most thrilling thing about it is we should not have access to this tech. This tech is so dangerous, and it's chilling to think about. This is something I wanted to bring up on this show. Is like,